podcaster, but that's not all I do in our sport. I'm a jiu-jitsu commentator, broadcaster, photographer, meme maker, analyst, writer, coach, tournament producer, and occasional athlete therapist. I know, it's weird. I've worn many hats in jiu-jitsu, but the one that I cherish the most is serving as a host. We have done some incredible things over the past 4 years on this show, but starting this Tuesday, we will roll out a brand new experience for fans of the Grappling Hour. Going forward, we will be offering 2 membership-based offerings. Tier number 1 will give our fans early access to my interviews. Tier 1 members will have the ability to see my interviews a month before they're released to the general public. And as a topical show that has a track record of being the first destination for some of the biggest names in our sport, you won't want to miss out on those. Members of this tier will also have access to audio versions of this show in the event that they don't want to see my face, which I totally get. Each month, subscribers will get to see 4-hour-long interviews. Tier 2 members will not only have early access to my interviews, but they will also get to see brand new content that will not be available anywhere else. New premium content includes bi-weekly podcast minisodes. These episodes are designed for the grappling superfans who want in-depth discussions with our guests on topics ranging from greatest losses to opponents that competitors respected the most. Topics will be explored for limited runs, anywhere between 4 to 10 weeks, and will give the featured guests on each episode an opportunity to share the type of unique insight that either gets lost or overlooked in most other interviews. Drill Sessions, a monthly segment where friends and guests of the show will share short videos of the techniques and sequences they're currently drilling in their gyms. Swept Under the Mat, never before seen behind-the-scenes footage from the Grappling Hour archives, and short videos and vlogs from the coverage that I do at various MMA and grappling live events. Members will also be treated to show bloopers and occasional clips of my own training sessions. There's also going to be a live chat dedicated to members of this tier that will answer questions ranging from just about anything you guys want to throw at me. And finally, members of this tier will also have the ability to pitch mini-sode episodes and occasionally submit questions for upcoming guests. To become a member, head on over to hi.page/Grappling Hour. You can also find the link for that page in the description below. Now listen, I know there are a lot of you who may not be able to afford these subscription tiers. That's why it's important to me to still offer some content for those people who want to support the show, but may not have the means to do so financially. So for you, we're still going to offer a condensed weekly version of the show. That show will give you the first 10 minutes of my interviews, and a month after that episode is released to our early access and premium subscribers, they will be unlocked on our YouTube page. In return, all that I ask is that you subscribe to us here on our YouTube page and that you continue to like and share the content that you enjoy on our page. I know money is tight for everybody right now. The last thing you want to do is thinking about having to invest in another subscription-based service. But I hope that you see the value in the types of interviews that I do. I hope you see the consistency of my coverage over the past 10 years, and I hope you see the overall vision that I have for this show. I have never been short on ambition. And for the next phase of this show, I'm taking a pretty big swing. So with that, I'm going to need some support. I hope that you'll come with us and help us become an even bigger and better show. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for even watching all the way to right now, even if you do nothing. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats. What is up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza, coming to you with another great installment of Grappling Hour. Hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to TEZO'S presents Flow Grapplings, presents whatever bullshit commercial we're watching right now, presents Gordon Ryan Couldn't Make It, presents Nicky Rod versus FELIPE Pena. It's a shame. I mean, if you're really thinking about it, Gordon Ryan could not make it. So he is jokingly referred to this show that we're about to watch here tonight as Who's Number 2. Not to be confused with Who's Going Number 2,
which is the reason that Gordon Ryan could not be here tonight. It's a joke, and it's a good one. Hey, I'm excited that you guys are here. My name is Rafa Esparza. I host a little show called The Grappling Hour. It's a very fun show. We usually interview tons of people, many of whom are friends who are competing on tonight's Who's Number One grappling show. So we hope that you guys are going to be sticking with us all night long. We're going to have some friends dropping in and joining us for some fun festivities this evening. So I hope that you guys are ready and willing and able to watch along with us. We will be making fun of people throughout the evening. We will be joking. We always do toast to those who get finishes within regulation. So we appreciate you guys for making us your destination to have some fun and nonsense. So you guys are also more than welcome to drop in comments. I'll be able to see them throughout the evening. So if you drop in a comment and you want to say hello to us, or you just want to say how much you enjoy and appreciate the fact that we are bringing this to you live for free. Now, here's the thing. We will not show you clips of the actual show because that would be illegal. So right now, we are in the process of watching our good friend Steven Martinez, who is about to make his way on out. But since we are at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, I thought it would only be fitting to bring one of the owners, the founder, the great human being that I know. His name is Michael Frosto. And I think that we're going to have him start along with us. However, I'm noticing over to the side, this camera is slowly starting to sink. This little tripod here. Anyway, here's Michael Frosto. Sir, how are you doing, Michael Frosto?
Going, brother?
Very well, very well. So
Nice.
Let me ask this. What was your reaction when they said, hey, no more Gordon Ryan?
No more Gordon Ryan. I mean, I was okay with it. I was already stoked about a lot of the other competitors on the card.
Sure.
But when setting this up, I was like, we might lose a few people. I think some people won't come. That's fine.
There was a moment where I was almost going to text you and be like, are we still doing this? But we watch enough jiu-jitsu where we say, no, this is still a good card.
Yeah.
I don't feel a reason to cancel it. I just know
No.
less people are into it because a certain name isn't on there.
Yeah, and a couple people were asking me, are we going to still have it? Or even before that, are we going to have it? I was like, I'm going to be here. I'm like, if you guys want to come, you're invited. So. And
it has been wonderful to revisit, and we've made shift what is normal, the mat area here.
Yeah.
Normally we put ourselves to the side, but look at this depth of perception. I feel like this is almost like we CGI'd this backdrop.
And we line up to the dome.
Oh, absolutely.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
So we're good.
This was a nice little happy accident when I was putting it together. I was like, I don't
there we
think
go. Is your boy?
Steven Martinez is not only a good friend of the show, but he is an avid beer drinker. So he will want us to do our beer. You have provided beers this evening.
Yes.
So
I have
please.
the mugs. Okay. This is Modern Times Pause for Effect.
Okay. I'm going to point like this. You read that one.
Okay. This is a hazy double IPA, 8%. I honestly, as most people do when they're shopping for beer, I bought it because of the label.
Sure.
Super sick. But I know Modern Times, always good beer, so
Absolutely.
I've never seen this one, so I wanted to try this one.
All right. Well, I'm excited for it. Let's say this. First of all, thank you for doing this.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then we'll have a cheers momentarily. But Steven Martinez famously told me once that in order to get him for a super fight that I was producing, I was like, what do you want? What will it take for you to come do a super fight with us? And he's like, just give me a beer. And I was like, uh-oh. So I actually tasked Octavio, our mutual friend, to go get a beer. And I was like, you have the most important job because this dude has asked me for nothing other than a beer.
Yeah. Did he give you a choice of beer?
No.
Like a preference? Nothing?
No, literally nothing. And we were going blind. And whenever someone says, get me a beer as their only form of payment, you know that they want a good beer.
Yeah.
So I was like, Octavio.
But what is good to them?
And that's the whole thing. What if he's somebody who's like, hey, a Corona would have been cool. But I knew he would not be that guy. So he famously, after he won his super fight, which he was dope at, we ended up having a very nice interview while drinking some beer. So oddly, he is kind of my first interbrew.
Yeah.
But he is somebody that every time I see him, I'm always like,
what did you guys get him?
I think an Allagash. I think Octavio, that's kind of what he ended up towards. I have to go check records.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was something around that vein because at a certain point, I wanted to text him, but I was like, ooh, if I text him anymore, he's not going to do the super fight. It's already Steven Martinez working in where he is usually best, which is passing. He is the kind of pressure passing that is not only heavy, but incredibly technical. And he's going against somebody who I believe is just a little bit younger. In, how do you say his name? Callan?
I was going to say Callan or Cologne?
Oh, Cologne.
Cologne
I think it's
Sabino?
Cologne.
Yeah.
But isn't Cologne something that you put on to
Spelled a
help?
little different. There's a silent G in there for the sophistication.
Okay.
So without it, you have Cologne Sabino. I feel he looks really familiar.
Yeah.
I feel like just from local tournaments, maybe.
Well, he reminds
he's
me
at
of
Atos.
Jordan wears no gi, or
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
No. Jordan, the Vegas 10th planet. Yeah.
Jordan wears no gi. Yeah.
Is that his?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I realize I know too many people in this.
The
sport.
rash guard.
Yes. Definitely the
and
tie
the
dye.
rubber guard.
Ooh, and
Yeah, the
that's
rash
actually
guard, rubber guard.
Not a bad choice for Steven
No.
Martinez.
Ooh, nice.
He's going and doubling it up
got
right
that
here.
locked.
The problem is the arms are
Nice.
not really easy to contain for Steven Martinez.
Yeah.
So, yikes. But I have to say, when I heard that Steven Martinez was going to be on the prelims, I said that's a pretty good main event for the prelims that are
When's
for
the
free.
last time he's competed? Does he compete frequent?
He does. He most recently has been on, cards here and there. I thought he was representing the country as part of one of those travel to Uzbekistan,
Right.
and represent the country. But I do remember recently, in the past 2 years, he actually ended up guillotining Rafael Lovato Jr.
Oh.
in like a very prominent Masters or gi division.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and it was, I mean,
That's big,
You
yeah.
don't really see too many people submit Lovato, especially who are close to Lovato's age.
Right.
Because I want to say, didn't Gordon beat Lovato recently or somebody? It was, Mirigali.
Mirigali, yeah. But he
Mirigali.
didn't finish him,
Yes.
so that's impressive.
But again, a good way to contain Steven Martinez and trapping that
Yeah.
arm.
Ooh.
It could be a decent omoplata finish. The problem is Steven's just so powerful, he can
Yeah.
get right out of it. But this is it. I mean, if he could slide that leg through, easier said than done. He can do it. Excellent regarding there by Cologne.
I'd like to see Steven just take his time.
Yeah.
He seems to be passing
Yeah.
pretty frantically, but he's got 11 minutes to work. Like, that's a big dude to carry on you.
I do wonder
Yeah, there we go.
what the discussions are backstage for the Who's Number One competitors.
Yeah.
Because you do notice that there is a little bit of scaredness
Yeah.
to not do something where they're like, oh shit, if I don't do something right now, I'll never be on Who's Number One again.
Well, that's what I feel the break with the referee in between.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a, hey, guys, you're stalling and go. It was a 30-second conversation. Like, hey, guys, if you want to come back on this card, okay,
You're
I promise
letting
you,
us
you
all
need to do
down.
something right now.
Close. Yes.
Wow.
That should be enough to secure what would be imaginary mount points, because here we don't necessarily do points. We do
But on
feelings.
Grappling Hour, we count everything.
We
4 points for the mount and an advantage.
I think the worst part is, if anybody's rolled with me ever knows, like, why would Raph ever count points? I've never seen that before.
Right.
However, he's right back in the guard. Let's do this, since it looks like we have a minute here. Did you take a sip of this yet?
I have not, no.
Let's take a nice little
All right.
cheers, sir. Cheers, and thank you for providing this. I appreciate you, brother. I do like that. So,
That is strong.
is that why it tells you to pause for effect?
Yep. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to give it its due.
I'm actually in a good place with that one. I like that. I see a note here from Secario, which just says hi. So I'll say right back to you.
Is it
Hello as
Secario
well.
or Scary CEO?
Oh, it could be Scary CEO.
Let us know if that's
Yeah,
correct.
I'm not good at the reading, so it always helps when people tell us what the intention of it is. So,
How many of you guys are watching the Who's Number One right now?
So, fun story. Sometimes, I think for the last Gordon one, and FELIPE Pena, we got a really good turnout.
Nice.
But we had people who were like, I refuse to pay for it. So tell me exactly what's happening.
Yeah, there you go.
So I think we'll maybe have some more stragglers come through, especially toward the end of the night.
yeah.
I do find it very entertaining that, like, they're the like points that they have for the red and blue tape
Mm-hmm.
look like they are very securely fastened in a way that I never see with competitors. Like that
Yep.
looks like it's gonna pull some hairs when they pull that tape off. So, do you know what a TEZO'S is?
No, actually.
You don't?
No.
Okay. I think I did once, and then I forgot completely, which defeats the whole purpose of them
Yeah.
sponsoring this event.
But it,
Oh, no, this is not where you want to be with Steven Martinez.
no, not with that underhook. He's getting an angle, though.
Yeah.
He's getting on his side at least a
Yep.
little bit. Oh, he's got a tight waist on that.
One of our friends asked us if I have ever rolled with Steven Martinez, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I barely lived to tell the tale.
It's memorable.
It's so much pressure that I was like, I appreciate you so much, but I hate you when I can't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Good escape. This may be a silly question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think there should be, I don't want to say half points, but some sort of reward for escapes?
You know what? If that were the case, I would do pretty well in competition.
I feel like that's, it could demonstrate one of two things. Either you have an extremely high level of defense and escape skill, or your opponent was really shitty at controlling you and you were just able to get out.
It's true. Okay. I like where you're heading because you're going towards NBA scoring as
Yep.
opposed to soccer scoring.
I mean,
which
it's national.
which I'm a fan of because guess what? When you talk about NBA scoring, we're talking about 100-point games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's rack up 100 freaking points.
Right.
Because, dude, I don't know if you were watching this year's Super Bowl, but when I saw them scoring back-to-back on 7 points in the first couple plays, I was like, give me a 100-point game. I don't even care. I think in this case for jiu-jitsu, I would take somebody getting a 50-point
Yeah.
game and being like, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know, man. I like to tell people when I do something good in jiu-jitsu, he's Otto, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
Otto.
now noticing. When I do something good in jiu-jitsu, I never shut up about it. So yeah, give me points. Acknowledge me.
Something. Oof.
He's going to go right back to Matt. So if, honestly, Steven Martinez does nothing but just stay in this position, he's just going to chill his way to a victory, man.
Yeah. I mean, 6 minutes, though. It's a long time.
It is, except I think that he is very well versed in here, even if he doesn't get the finish.
Do you think there should be warnings
Yes.
for stalling in
Yeah.
dominant positions?
Yeah, I do. The only reason is this. I think after a certain point, we believe you establish the position.
Yeah.
So it's not for anything other than for the sake of television, we need something kind of fun to look at.
Yeah.
And this does not help us. And threatening that kind of Kabor from bottom is very impressive to find his way to finagle out here.
Yeah. Oof.
Dude,
That pressure is nasty.
not only is that pressure nasty, but it requires you to be underneath and just as nasty on your frames.
But not just that. He's getting out
Yeah.
and he's recovering and then immediately put back on defense
Yeah.
and then put back in the same spot.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. Man, and it's so exhausting to have that. So Steven Martinez and I think when he came to do a seminar, I asked him what he weighed. We took a moment and I said, we weigh the exact same. And that does, like, you could look at us and just, you would not think that.
Well, technically right now I weigh the same as Israel Adesanya. So,
Are you sure that's where he stands right this minute, though?
not this minute.
Oh, but
you
when
know,
he
as
normally...
far, like, I would fight him, and we know how that would go.
I hope you would not fight him.
no.
Is my main thing.
But I'm in his weight class.
So wait, I'm seeing random ass lighting changes.
It's the cameras.
It's the cam, but I thought for a split second it just started turning a little more red here, and I thought that I thought that was instigating like danger.
I thought
danger.
it was my eyes. Thought this hazy IPA was kicking in.
See, as someone who works on game shows, whenever you see red lighting like that, that means someone got the answer incorrect. So that's why I'm like, who triggered the incorrect lighting cue?
Oh no, it is changing.
Yeah. But it's changing with no reason. So that's the thing that's throwing me off here. And again, thank you guys for watching right now. We are watching Steven Martinez versus Colon Sabino, which, by the way, sounds like the sister version of Sabaro. So there is, oh God, I have been here. That is not a fun place to be. literally just...
My shoulders don't go that high. So that's a submission for me.
Dude.
But still gets his arms back in.
And then he gets exactly what he wanted with that gift wrap, but immediately has it taken away from him, and an underhook, which may be setting up either a back take
This
here.
has been a new favorite versus the gift wrap position.
Okay.
Now people are taking underhooks and like forcing, like that, to pass the elbow through to get the back take. Seems to be more secure.
I think that people get very savvy on getting their back to the mat with that gift wrap position. So they end up stalling out of it. not that I would do that.
I would be out.
That would be...
Big bridge.
But you know what, though? He's got him almost back to guard here. That's an
And we're up at least.
excellent work here.
Who's more tired?
I honestly still think it's Cologne.
Oy.
Because as tired as Steven Martinez is, I think he's versed enough to know how to just use his pressure and live here.
Yeah.
I think that just comes with the territory. I will be interested to hear, if they do interview Steven Martinez, some of the thought process that he had on this, because there isn't much you can really do respectfully to say, like, tell me about that match. It's like, you got to mount.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you got to mount? And then he's going to say it was hard to take his back and a little hard to submit him from here. And this man regards very well for being that exhausted.
See, for something like that, I feel like if you're the bottom player here and you don't get... Oof.
Nice
Now we
trip,
got the
Steven
back.
Martinez.
If you don't get under your partner immediately and you're on defense from just shutting down passing, you'll never regain it, because now they know they can put themselves there, and now they know they can keep you there, regardless if you can get out. If you can't get under them and lift them in the first 30 seconds, they're not threatened.
But look at this. Steven Martinez.
He's right back in.
He's not only right back in, but this is a way more severe underhook. This is the one where he can slowly take his time. Legitimately, his pressure is so good, he could finish right here. He has an arm, but you can kind of see the elements of a head and arm choke starting to take place. The issue is, can Cologne not only survive it, he switches off of it, which I find a very fascinating thing. I think this may be telling me that Steven Martinez wants to get a finish. I think he does.
It's got to work.
He does have those 90 seconds. He switches right back to it, though. And again, he has that position. Cologne doing a very, very solid job, all things considering. Still maintaining some kind of presence in this. And, And the weird part is, for as interesting and as seasoned as Steven Martinez is, he doesn't use the body lock. And it seems like something that his game is supremely well suited for.
Yeah.
Don't give him that.
Oy.
Do not give him that buggy choke. And the referee touched him. I think probably just to move him back to center of mat. Okay.
I want to know what rash guard that is.
That's a
From
good question.
Sabino.
That is a great question.
Oh.
There's a part of me that wonders if it's a very hard to submit, because they've been going with some very interesting combination of like 90s colors. Well, I think we are inching our way towards a time limit situation here, which
30 seconds.
is also very interesting given the fact that we were originally signing up for a no time limit situation in the main event.
Yeah.
And tonight it looks like we are not doing that anymore. So, almost. Yeah.
Wee.
That just doesn't seem like any fun. Staple, right back to mount, right back to climbing up. He has just not enough time, so he's going to settle for leaving him some knee on belly pressure and a little bit of knee on chest, and they reach the end of this match.
Oh, that is a Jujutero.
It is a Jujutero. Oh.
Wow.
I don't know what we need to do, Jujutero, but I am sitting with perhaps your biggest fan who made me a fan.
Yeah.
Because my man here told me that I need to get Jujutero pants, the shorts, and he was like, if you get these shorts, it'll change your life.
I've brought you guys at least a couple $100 for business. A couple $100.
Just not that anybody's doing a math equation on that. Yeah, that's ugh. I swore I thought 3 or 4 times he'd have that head and arm if he really wanted it. It's just, you get somebody that consistent. Nice trip. So good. All right. Well, here's the rule that we normally do on the show, which is people who get finishes tend to get a cheers or a toast. Steven Martinez didn't get a finish.
However,
But when he wins, I'm going to toast him because he's a friend of the show. I suppose we should hear what he has to say. Kendall is over on the side, ready to give him the post. Kendall wearing the kind of pants that shows that she is ready for her own stand-up comedy special. Let's see what Steven Martinez has to say. And if you guys are just joining us, we appreciate you. We will be here all night, so don't go anywhere. We will be bringing you the action. This will be the end of the YouTube section for Flow Grappling. However, we are going to stay on throughout the entire evening. Steven Martinez says it's always great to perform in front of your students. I will say, having interviewed Steven Martinez a few times myself, he can be a man of few words. He gives you the Bobby De Niro interview sometimes.
Straight to the point.
Okay, well, they don't care. All right,
Yep.
so we're just moving on is really what it is. They're like, you just kind of won. This toast goes on out to a friend of the show, Steven Martinez. Hey, listen, bud. It's been a while since I've been to one of your seminars, so I think maybe we need to fix that. And more importantly, my pressure still has not turned into yours, so we need to make that happen. I would say let's train soon, but how about I just take a class and learn from you so that I don't have to train that long with you.
Probably better.
Cheers to you, Steven Martinez. Congrats on your win. All right. Oh, God. Why is that camera shot of them just cleaning the mats? It's an extreme version. At least get the branding in there. Move it to the right.
Okay, so we don't know what TEZO'S is.
We don't. Yeah. You can look that up.
I'm going to look that up.
I see our children are in the middle of a safety meeting.
TEZO safety meeting.
Look at this.
TEZO'S.
So they have all of this promotional package of Gordon Ryan.
Okay, so tell me how this, apologies.
Yes, please.
How this sponsored jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
TEZO'S is an open source platform that addresses key barriers facing blockchain adoption for assets and applications backed by a global community of validators.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Well-
So I've read what a blockchain is.
Okay.
I think that's when you combine all of your NFTs to make a Megazord in Power Rangers.
That's what's up. If you bring the Power Rangers into jiu-jitsu, you have a winner. There's no other way around
The
it.
worst part is, and this is somebody who has also worked as a sponsored show in jiu-jitsu with many people, I don't know what the return is for
Yeah.
a show like this. I usually just tell people, I'm like, this is my audience, this is our demos. It's mostly dudes. Less than 5% are women, but you know what? The women who do watch us will sometimes buy.
Yeah.
So whenever we go through stuff like that, I go through those numbers. I'm also not reporting a nationally televised sort of event and telling you, hey, TEZO'S, your return will be a lot of angry jiu-jitsu practitioners who may hate your product more after seeing all of these things.
Perhaps.
And look at the Outback Steakhouse now.
Yep.
Look at
They
that.
got Fat Tire.
Wow. Fat Tire I kind of get.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Okay, that's pretty
Volkswagen.
good.
All right.
I appreciate that. I also want to tell you guys, yes, coming up next will be their main card, so it's going to take them a second to reset, get things in space. But tell me what is new with the gym. What has been going on here? Because, oh, wait. We do have a question. We'll come back to this. Oh,
Yes.
God. This is a long one for us to address here, Johnny. But Johnny Hall says, haven't trained since COVID. I'm sorry, have not had COVID. I've returned to training because of COVID. Is COVID still an issue at BJJ gyms?
I'm going to tell you it's not here at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu.
At New Ground, it is not. I can tell you this. I think, in my personal opinion, not a doctor, so we'll start with that. I think that it is no more or less of a threat here than it would be at work. Mm-hmm. The only difference is at work, yeah, you could wear protective measures, you could be tested, but you also aren't necessarily working out at most people's jobs. Yeah. Here, this does help to keep your health up. So while there is a risk to, yes, of course, contract it, it is the same thing with the flu. It is the same thing with another of other diseases that people get. Now, we don't know your autoimmune situation. We don't know those sorts of things. Those are very important factors to keep in mind. But if I were you and you were looking to get back to train, please go train. Or at the very least, there are safe and smart ways to do that. If you feel more comfortable training in a one-on-one situation, grab some mats and get somebody there. 2, buy some privates. Private's still great. But 3, I think you will find that most people, if you go to gyms, are really just looking to get in training. And there's been a big emphasis, especially here I know, which is, hey, listen, you might have come here when you were sick to train. You are not doing that anymore. If you were sick, stay home. So, my personal thoughts.
I don't know where you live, Johnny, but you should come here.
I was about to say, I was like, Johnny, if you live in California and you have not come to visit us here, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, please do and know that you can come at any time. We're good people here. But thank you for your question. And we are about to see friend of the show, Renee Souza, who is competing against Kieran. And how do you say his last name?
Kachuk.
Kachuk?
Kachuk.
Okay.
It's Kachuk or Kitchuk.
Bless you. Okay.
Touche.
So, you live in Houston. I'll tell you this much. I don't know much about your situation, but I know a lot of the people who are in Houston are definitely training. So
that's for sure.
I can tell you that much, my friend. But this will be a great test for Hene. And I'm also going to point out a couple things here. Let's see. First and foremost, there we go. I want to switch how the presentation of the words look. There we go. I'm able to fix that on the fly. My apologies if you guys see that sort of a thing. But I'm also going to ask a couple friends to make an appearance on.
I'm going to actually go pick up my wife.
Oh.
So perfect timing.
Please.
Who would you like to sub in? Pick your favorite.
If you want to go, don't.
I'll tell them.
Don't tell them.
I'll let them know.
Listen, they all don't already think I have a favorite. Why don't you go get me Andy real quick if he is available.
Peace out, guys.
We'll see you in a bit. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We are here watching Who's Number One. And it says, do you know any stream links I can watch for free? I don't want to pay $150 for a year. Well, I think this is a great prompt for our good friend, Andy Durs, if you would. Andy, where the fuck do you go get your free stream links? Now, keep in mind, you are under oath.
Free stream links?
For jiu-jitsu stuff.
I like sign up for Flow Grappling. No, I don't. I know people that have it, and they usually invite me for them. Or said popular Discord.
The Discord.
Chat rooms
honestly, you need your bros in the Discord to help you out.
Yeah,
That's the big one.
They do. They definitely do.
Niall,
sometimes we have the Instagram group chat where people help us out with that.
Yeah. Now, can I just say this to you real quick? That is the whole reason we do this. Yes. I don't want you to have to pay if you don't want to, because I think it's an abhorrent amount. No. Now, granted, in the future, you may use this clip against me when I have a subscription-based thing. Now, granted, I also have a subscription-based service for my interviews, but at least you get bang for your buck on the interviews.
Big bang.
Here, you get maybe an event, maybe some backlog, maybe some video content, occasionally about Daisy Fretch, which cool.
And like, to be honest with you, it usually goes to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I was waiting for the Giancarlo doc.
Yeah.
Which is really well done.
Okay.
And like again, I had to go look for Flow. I had to go on Flow. Their streaming sucks on there. Sometimes it lags. It's not very good. So it was like every 2 seconds it was buffering. It wasn't my fucking internet either. So after that I was like, yeah, definitely not subscribing to Flow for this.
It's so hard
and
for
then
me.
it ended up on YouTube. So I was like, all right, cool.
I have to be honest. Like, I have done my best to always be a independent party on this and always give my honest opinion and assessment. But there was a time when, at the very beginning, Flow was like, give us $12.99 a month. Now, this is when they said you can just pay per month. For some reason now, and there is a lawsuit out there in the world that says, oh, they trick you. For some reason, they make it seem like you have to pay the full year service for the $150, and I know a lot of people don't like that. Let me just say this to you. I think if you go on Flow Sports, you could still do it monthly, so there is that as an option. But I do want to point out a very important thing, which is, especially when that first happened, how are you paying more for, at the time, Netflix, than you are for Flow Grappling? Like, to me, that was absurd. I could not justify it. And did we kill the sound entirely?
Might have.
That's very sweet of everybody. I just hope that they don't get bored by what I'm about to say. Okay, well, all good.
Did the event go quiet? There we go.
It's possible. Grizzly American just wrote, link. Now, we literally just got through telling you, I'm not going to show you guys the stuff. I'm the next best thing, which is telling you what's happening for free.
Yeah, dude.
Now, I'm not a hero like somebody playing a video game and having a UFC broadcast in their sunglasses, but that's because everybody at Flow knows who I am. So, not wasting my channel for you. Love you guys.
Oh.
What is that even? Oh, blue. So they just let them know that they like Kieran.
Getting the, well, I guess you could say advantage.
Oh, is it every 5 minutes they tell you who they like?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I guess that gives you the initiative to know that you suck.
You know
in
what
the
it
eyes
is?
of the judges.
Stoner 030013. Put a mirror behind you. You guys have very interesting
You have
minds.
very, how would I say, stoner ideas.
You
but
you do, and who knew? What an apt
who knew?
little
I would have
captured
never
here.
known.
Would have never guessed that Stoner was going to come out for this one. I love the creativity that people have while also being very poor. And it said, I wouldn't mind paying for a sub for Flow Grappling if only affordable, and the platform sucks. Niall, with you.
Yeah, the streaming.
And Niall
I'm not
says,
gonna
ha
lie,
ha
they don't
ha, I
have the
like you
best
guys.
streaming on it,
My
but
brother, we like you too. And again, it's playful here, but Kieran is really close.
Body triangle on
There's
Renee.
a very sick body triangle on Hene, and Hene is in
Souza.
the 10th planet. He's an awesome grappler. I've had the fortunateness of getting to train with him. He is a beast. However, this is a bad spot. And it says, what other sources do you guys have? It sounds like this dude's asking, like, who are your sources? Tell us.
Bro, you could go on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, you could follow this
To
man.
be honest with you, Flow's pretty good at posting the updates, or people on there as well.
Yeah.
You could find like certain jiu-jitsu pages that
Yeah.
post a lot of the updates and like cool highlights. Obviously, the whole match isn't a highlight, so
As a
you get to
person
see the
that-
cool shit that happens.
That's vaguely a journalist in this sport. I do love the fact when they're like, who's your sources? Give them up.
Yeah.
Is it
What do you
Cowterra?
mean? Fucking Instagram, bro. Like,
Be
wh-
like-
where do you get? How did you find out about the event? You know what I mean?
But again, we will be here walking you through it. It says, no, I'm talking about you guys. What other content do you have? Okay, so this is my channel. However, my friends come on, and I want to give due props and love. We are recording at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, which is a great academy out in Sherman Oaks, California. But my man over here has a band, and he is quite good.
Yeah, I play saxophone for the Gritty End. We are a mixture of psychobilly and ska. If you want to go check us out. I mean, we have content, I guess, in the sense of live content.
This dude's willing to pay $12.99 for you, but not for Flow
Check
Grappling.
out Los Gothsco if you want. Those are homies.
Let me see.
Los Gothsco.
Oh,
so
that's
we're
dope.
kind of the goth culture, make fun of it in a good way. You know what I mean? We embrace what we are. Yeah. So if you want to check out content there, some fucking excellent memes there, some funny shit. But yeah, as far as content,
And I'll
there
tell
we
you,
are.
this
Andres
is-
Cagain on Instagram,
And it says,
not really content on my end.
yeah,
just,
no, I mean, yeah,
life.
that's a hell of content, though. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I
Concerts
guess
are
life.
amazing.
Oh, well, yeah.
content.
You wanna go
Music.
check us out. We're gonna be at Transplant Brewing March 25th.
That's what's up. And you can catch me weekly with new interviews. Grappling Hour. I interview a lot of people who are already on this card. We have a lot of friends who are fighting tonight or grappling, if you're one of those. And we're on weekly, so you can always see us. We have usual fight companions every major UFC, but we definitely come together for big events like this because originally it was supposed to be Gordon versus Philippe Quattro. Yes. However, that Tum Tum issue made it where we couldn't do it. And it says,
Oh,
play on fight. Pena is Nick, Rod, or off. Okay, I think most of that's English, so I'm going to try to address it bit by bit. Play on fight. Pena is Nick Rod, question mark. Well, he's not Nicky Rod, so he's not going to pull off a mask and be like, haha.
is he asking if this is Face Off? This is not Face Off.
God, I wish it was, though.
It is not.
God,
This
that
is
would be so
episode
dope.
of Scooby Doo.
I would tell you this. Yes, so the match tonight is Felipe Pena and Nicky Rod, and if I had to pick between them, I think the momentum is definitely on Nicky Rod's side, but I'm kind of pulling for Felipe Pena to win. I think I'd like to see him if he is truly in the best shape, because my man was in good shape,
My man was
just out of nowhere almost.
down here in San Diego doing the most with.
He assembled the Avengers.
He did.
And you know what it is?
He did.
He assembled the Avengers, and Thanos just didn't show
And
up.
he didn't have to sacrifice anyone.
Nobody.
None at all.
Thanos snapped himself.
Yeah, he just Gordon. You know what? He just decided to just stay at breakfast. They never came to visit him. They just left him on his on his planet.
They
There's
went
no-
on over to nowhere.
Yeah,
and they're
no
like,
one
"Let's
figured out how
go."
to find him. They were just like, whatever, just leave him.
Be
Fuck
like,
it.
Thanos had to use the restroom
this
really
is like
bad.
This is like the smart Avengers that are just like, fuck it, just let him be. Like, why? Don't even go after it anymore. There's no reason to do all this. But
Do you know what I need to do? I should have thought this out a lot better. I should have had a sound effect on here that was just a giant sonic boom sound that was like boom. And then I would have said who my favorite person is on every 5 minutes and be like, Andy.
that's what we need. We should just make them.
Boom. You know what? Actually, it wasn't bad.
There you go.
I got a note here that said, thank you. I would love to learn your style of journaling. I'm developing my skills in MMA, grappling, boxing media. I have a page on IG working on interviews. Well, now send it to us. I'd love to see it. I always like to try and make friends with people in the sport because combat sports, it's a very small community. Uh-oh, that leg is out there. Hene could be in trouble, but he, of course, is from 10th Planet.
Scrappy match. I like it.
Renee is hard to submit, and I don't know if
Very.
people really know this. If you've watched the Who's Number One, Who's Next, which, by the way, is one of the worst songs I have ever heard in my entire life. There is that. I want to point this out. Now, listen, I don't know what any of this means. Look at these words here. Do you have anything?
Yeah, that is Vietnamese.
I mean, sure.
I'm gonna assume it's Vietnamese or Thai.
Uh-oh. Hene coming in. He's got a Dars. He's going to lose it, though.
robot, get out of here.
Oh, shit. I thought Renee just slapped that dude.
Oh.
Was I alone on that?
Fuck it.
Anyway, Sex Robot, thank you for appearing, and I'm glad you're coming from Facebook, of all places. Please don't scam my family.
Damn hackers.
It says, who do you guys got?
Oh, Nemo,
Oh.
he gets the tap.
Wow.
Rene Salza.
Wow.
So we were talking about hard to finish, and he pulls off the fucking knee bar.
Well, it's because we're saying how
Is that a
scrappy
knee bar?
he is.
Yep.
Fucking Hene.
So are they saying his name wrong?
No,
They're saying
no, no, no,
Rene.
no.
So is it Hene?
So, no, it's Renee.
Okay.
However, those of us who are tight with him get
It's
to
Hene.
call him Hene.
Okay, so I'll call him Rene.
Thank
'cause
you.
I don't really know him. Like that,
Melissa, look at this. Play the fight. Melissa, you're coming in real feisty for
Real
no
hot.
reason. Do you know the difference between Fight Companion and illegal stream? If you don't,
I
I
do not incriminate
completely
myself
forgive
online.
you for your insolence. Thank you very much, Melissa. Goodbye. It says, who do you guys have Do you have Nicky, Rod, or Felipe Pena? I've answered in my way. Who do you have, sir?
I mean, honestly, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Nicky Rod's style. I like that. I like the pace pushing of the body lock stuff, all that. So
I have seen
would
you
like
try to do
see
the
it.
body lock. Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice system. It's not like it's not like it's anything new. You get me? But
The only
it's
reason
just
why
the
I say
dynamic style, the dynamic way of how he uses it is what I appreciate. I appreciate that he doesn't really try to just stall you out on it. He tries to move and get to finish you. And his whole style in general is to try to finish you.
the only reason I say that I've seen you try to do it is you're doing it without steroids.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
it's very difficult without the
Trying.
steroids.
I'm trying. I did this thing where you go and get a job laboring because I listened to Ngannou talk about sand pits. So I was like, you know what? I think I could do that. I've been,
Yo,
picking
Andy,
weeds and shit since I was a kid.
Don't let this man fool you. He's very strong. He's just not Nicky Rod steroid strong. I'm
No.
sorry, Nicky Rod clean strong.
Clean.
You know what it is?
More plays, more dates could come after my piss from 10 years ago. It's fine. Trust me. Mine's not radiating. It's not nuclear. It has.
You know what it is? They always say, like, live strong. We should do clean strong. That should be the bracelet.
Yeah, it should be clean, strong, always.
Appreciate the question. Thank you. Guys, keep it up. I very much appreciate every it is. And we're about to get our note here from Hene, a.k.a. Renee, who, what does he have on his front side?
Fucked.
Oh, it
Thought
says
that was a Ford.
fucked. I thought it said Ford, too.
Yeah.
Powerful old school rash guard.
Yep. What did they give him?
I think that's probably like a $30 medal. I'm gonna assume they spend like a pretty good amount on these things.
I really-
like local tournaments, $2. If you win like the champ of there, it's maybe like $8 that they paid to get it made. This is definitely a $30 chip of some sort.
There's a part of me that thought that they said,
Definitely get like a handy or something.
hey,
at the
bro,
local
here's
bar.
an NFT. It won't
Hey,
be
bro,
worth anything
here's
in
this
2 weeks.
token. If you sell it to the right crypto, bro, he might get you a couple grand and money that you can't turn into actual money, but you could use it online somehow. You don't know crypto, bro? I don't. It's a joke. Relax.
So let me see here. You say your IG is Royal MMA News, but then but please continue the commentary. We will. But now I've put it on there so other people can go visit you as well. So go check out Royal MMA News. And if they suck, don't hold me accountable. I just put it on here. But I feel a good sense that they're probably not sucking because they're actually making coherent sentences. Unlike Sexbot over here. I don't know what this. Did you say Pacquiao somewhere in here in the thong song?
Looks like it says so. I see the word thong.
Yep, definitely a thong
Get mad at
song.
me, whatever. It says thong there.
It's 100% thong song.
It'd only be cool if it said fucked with the PH.
Absolutely. Jose Andino Martinez. I think we know you, but I
Jose
only see an
Antonio
arrow here.
Martinez.
Oh, look, we have somebody joining us who
Oh.
just came unprompted, but I suppose I
Off
should go
screen.
ahead and introduce them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a coach here over at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu and newly crowned. You don't have to squeeze in that. Like, they're already set to where they're supposed to be. Look,
well,
look,
there you
look at
go.
that. You ruined the shot.
Oh,
I had it.
sorry.
So,
Sorry, I was trying to
Jesus
consider it for
Christ,
my
now I
boy
gotta
here.
fucking refix
There we go,
everything.
there we go.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Wong.
Big Wong. Big
Hello,
Wong.
world, and Rafa Esparza and
Am I not part of the world, Michael Wong?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. You said world and Rafa Esparza.
Well, you're more like local. you know.
Jesus Christ. Get out of here, kid.
That's not an insult.
You have the worst fucking intro ever on this show. Anyway, here's what I have to say. Michael Wong very nicely came out to train with us at Open Mat over at Milton Arguelles Mixed Martial Arts Academy, a sister academy of this one, if you would.
Mama.
Big friends and family of this establishment. How did you enjoy your time over there, sir?
It was very fun. It was very sweaty, and Milton threw me around a little bit. But it was because you got me tired. You know, I'm sure I could beat everyone up there.
Believe me, I know. I even told Milton afterwards. I was like, Jesus Christ. I warmed up Wong for you, and that's all you could do?
Why he's such a hater, bro?
Oh, I'm not a hater. You should see the shit he says to me. Milton is a habitual line stepper.
Yes.
He legitimately will say nonsense to me, and I will look at him and I go, here's the unfortunate part, Milt. you are better at fighting, but I am better at talking. And I will roast you, and then you'll feel so angry that you'll try to fight me. And the thing is, even though you're better at fighting, I'm highly durable. Like, that's my main superpower. So guess what? You're going to get tired enough and then bitch about how my jiu-jitsu is not good, but in actuality, you're not finishing me. So this conversation goes round and round all the time.
It sounds like Socrates, like against the Greeks or whatever.
Yes, we all get together and basically do it. I mean, didn't they used to do like all that sort of shit? Wasn't wrestling back in the Greek days anyways? Wong, you are a coach here over at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
Why don't you tell the people, you have a camera right there.
Oh, hello.
So that's you, right
Hello,
there.
world. I'm a coach at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu. I do jiu-jitsu. It's all no gi. I have no skill in the gi, and I'm proud.
I wouldn't say you have no skill in the gi. I think you actually have skill in the gi, but I think you're more interested in...
I have limited translatable skills that are shut down by people who are experts at sleeve holding.
I appreciate the fact that you say it like that because it makes it seem like it's way more of a gestured thing than not. Let me see here. We have a few notes here. It says, are you going to broadcast the fight or just comment? So a fight companion means just comment. But for those of you who are poor and not paying Flow Grappling, we will be your lifeline to tell you what's going on. So you're welcome. And then John Borland just says, LOL, this guy. So
Is that me?
who do you think?
Also,
get it.
try crack
You get it.
streams.
Jesus Christ.
That might help.
I'm glad that Wong's over here being like, yeah, I got a supplier too. My guy's named Crack Streams.
It's the drug of choice.
I don't know if Flow's big
Who's
enough
this?
to be on crack streams, though, are they?
They might be,
Oh, the
honestly.
ladies are up.
Jasmine Hocha.
You know, I'm really bad at like keeping track of athletes just in general. Mm-hmm. But like for the ladies matches, I really only know like the most popular people. So like I barely know anybody. in
So
the
is this
ladies
your
division.
way of saying I don't know any of the people that are about
I
to
literally
grapple in
even
front
like the people who are famous, I don't know. Which
So
is
you don't know Gabby Garcia?
I know Gabby Garcia because I know Craig Jones, and Craig Jones has the funny meme too.
So you're saying you only know Craig Jones?
I've watched one match with Gabby Garcia in it, and it was just sad because she was just like so large, like it looks like my
I watched
dad
her
beat
live
me
at
up, you know?
ADCC. It was pretty exciting.
She's a big girl, bro.
David
Who's excited?
Aceituno just writes peptostreams.com.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Oh, there we go.
That sounds like a lie, though.
Sounds like you're full of shit.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Pepto
Pepto Streams is actually where you can see a live shot of what Gordon Ryan looks like right now.
These girls are so young too. They're like
You
21.
see Craig
and
going in
22.
on him?
Dude, Craig has been fucking on fire with
He has
all
been.
of this.
The guy knows how to make content.
Because I'll tell you this much. I'm not as much of a mark as you guys are with Craig. I think Craig is very funny in a jiu-jitsu way. However, when I see him going in and basically the setup that he did for the I donated to gastro bypass surgery sort of stuff is like, damn, dude, that's really fucking funny. So there is that.
The Miata win.
It was
everything.
really fucking funny. I mean,
The guy knows how to create good content.
but even something as toilet humor as giving an actual toilet, like, championship little trophy is just a level of fun that I have to give
Was
it
it
to Craig
real
on.
or was it photoshopped?
You're photoshopped.
It was photoshopped. I remember it.
You do?
I remember the meme. I looked at it closely. It was photoshopped.
Wow.
I don't really have that.
man.
Well, let me point this out. What difference does it make if
Does
it
he wanna
was
pose?
Photoshop?
Because it shows ingenuity versus like dedication.
Not really. It just shows me that he saved some money by not buying a dumb trophy.
Hey, but you were the one harping on about how cool the trophy was, bro.
I was harping on the fact that it's really funny to use a trophy to make fun of the king of our sport. And I want to
true.
point this out.
Also, match.
Oh, we need a
So-
jester, right?
Yeah, I want to point this out because I think this gets lost in the Gordon conversation, which is always like, yeah, Gordon is very good as a no-gi goat. Like, he is undeniably great. But the current era of goat is very different because whenever you incite the thought of a Michael Jordan wasn't on social media telling you how great he was. Yet our best guy in our sport has to go on every single day to be like, well, actually, I want to remind you guys because one time I beat this one person. It's like, bro, we know you're good.
Yeah, I mean, he's the king, so I don't know why he has to defend himself, but he does apparently.
The paranoid king.
The Mad King. some
Mad
might
King
say.
indeed. All right. Amanda is on top. She's working to pass. Looks like she is now in half guard. And, you know, I'm going to ask this over to Michael Wong because he has very graciously pointed out that he doesn't know the difference between any of the grapplers who are female. What are you seeing in this match so far, sir?
Amanda Bruce, the girl who is red, is very good with the chest-to-chest kind of passing. So if she's like literally like right on top of the other person, she can really hold the other girl down.
Okay.
But she looked a little bit lost when the girl was seated. And the only reason why we're here right now is because of that
Attempt of a flying triangle.
pretty weak
Seemed.
attempt. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like she either gets drained and loses, or she recovers and then it's kind of even.
It looks like she's working for a guillotine or a crank of some sort if she can adjust to it, but I think her legs are just too entangled. Her legs are tangled up right now. I don't think she really has a threat for it.
I mean, it looks like she's trying to get into a full guard situation, but it's not seeming to manifest at the moment.
Yes.
And she doesn't really seem to care about this grip around her neck because it does not look entirely tight, but it would seem like something you would want to physically address at some point.
Yeah, I mean, because this could go from going for a guillotine threat to just a straight crank at some point if she's able to adjust that guillotine grip to get high on the head for a crown.
Amanda needs to walk. She needs to move her legs more. She's like just sort of stationary with the lock. She should let go of the overhook with the right hand.
Okay.
She should either commit to the guillotine completely, or she should use the right hand to post and
There
and
looks
do
like
this.
she got full
Yeah.
mount. She got full mount on it. Did she keep the head?
She has
so
kept
punch,
the head,
punch it.
and she can easily get that knee all the way through, honestly, in my opinion. It's just a matter of her, I think, cooking her in this position and kind of like waiting her out and saying, you know what? Why don't you be miserable with a little bit of a neck crank that'll start paying off when I really want to try and finish? Because we're only at a 5-minute mark that we are slowly approaching.
Yeah, we're not even at the halfway mark.
Yep. So I think this is one of those moments where you go, man, if you get that good position in a 15-minute match, do not waste it.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
true.
let go of it, so at least she's working towards the mount for it right now.
And not only toward the mount, but you'll notice she still has a high kind of mount that she's working towards.
Yes.
She is starting to isolate that arm and move her way up, but it's very deliberate and very calculated.
All right, are you ready? Let me know. Who do you got?
I'm so sorry. Well,
Wow, it's going to be hard.
Amanda Rose.
it's obviously got to be Amanda.
You see how she like goes for underhooks immediately? Mm-hmm. She needs that like close position to pass.
That was our 5-minute mark.
Yeah, in case you
Amanda's
weren't
going.
aware.
You weren't
So,
aware.
Wong, are you aware of these rules?
I think it's submission wins. And
They were a
obviously
little
15
late on
minutes,
that.
Whoever is most aggressive basically will win.
They were super late.
They were late by 30 seconds on that. I beat them on that.
Exactly.
That's
And the
what's
thing
going
is,
on
they
there.
weren't even paying attention. The dude who
You
was
know what? They're
making
probably paying attention to our stream and heard me do it. And we're like, you know what? We need to get back on this.
the dude who has one job, which is to
One
make the
fucking job.
Inception theme.
He probably just has to push the button. I physically made that noise, and it's still on point and on time. Terrible. This is a good match going on too.
It's a solid match. I will say this though.
Very
I
aggressive
think
with the guard.
if you've already heard one boom and you're behind, I think it's on Jasmine. I think you need to actually stand up and try to initiate a little bit more urgency because you get one more boom and you're behind. Eek.
Oh, maybe.
There we go. That's
Bumps her
emergency.
up.
And
Oh.
you know what the thing is? I don't think she wants to stand up and wrestle with her at all.
It seemed like she could have wrestled up, but she chose not to.
Absolutely.
There it goes. Oh, little leg attempt.
Oh.
No sweep, but again, no. And either attempt for a sweep or she's trying to drop her down to play.
Ooh. Talk to me about this, Wong, because I appreciate that grip that she had and was trying on the leg, but I also appreciated Amanda's counter on getting right underneath that foot.
Yeah, Amanda's got that. Well, she had her left foot like almost trapping the shin to the butt. It was cool. Although I don't think she could like advance from there. I think she just.
I think you kind of just make sure that you keep your base and then wait her out to see if she's going to make it.
You're like, you gonna sweep me, bro? I don't think so.
Is that what you do when you do that?
That's what I do with white belts.
Yeah.
Just like look at them as they try to sweep me.
My favorite thing that Wong said this past week or so was I had a 15-year-old kid who trains over at Mama with us. He comes to the new ground open mat, which, by the way, Sunday, 10:30 to 12:30. Be here every
9:30
Sunday.
a.m. We have yoga as well.
That's right.
Members free, $10 drop-in fee.
$10, you fucking
$10 for
cheap
yoga,
bastards.
stretch out, and then get in some rounds at open mat.
You can stay around. You can make a
you go.
3-hour excursion for $10. What's wrong with you? Anyway,
exactly.
but 15-year-old kid comes, trains. I asked Wong, I was like, hey, do you get to train? And he's like, yeah. Bring that kid around more often. I was like, this dude's literally asking me to bring around a kid so that Wong can beat the shit out of him a little bit
That is
more.
not true.
That is 100% true.
That's not true. I did not beat the
Facts.
shit out of him. I
Facts.
just appreciate him because he was like technical and not spastic. And I could tell he was new.
Yep.
But I was like, oh, he can stay in the sport for a long time because he's not a.
I think you
dummy.
had the same reaction that I've had with him the entire time I've been working with him, which is, I can't wait what's next for you.
Yeah.
Like, you know where he's heading, and you get this idea, like,
Yeah.
oh, things are going to go well for you. So every time the kid's like, oh, this person, like, got me real bad kind of a thing, I go, no, don't worry. That shit's going to go away in, like, a year.
Yeah.
And I love that kid so much for everything he puts out in jiu-jitsu. And what he doesn't know is he's also learning wrestling at this time, too. So I'm like, bro, you're learning wrestling, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu all at the same time. Your future is going to be great. And I love this. Listen, I want to point this out. The people in our fan section, also great. Could.
Counter bear trap.
She got countered back to,
Nice roll out of it. That
Wow.
could be Jasmine's approach for playing on top, but instead she has a
goes
foot
for
lock
straight
here.
ankle lock.
Ooh, it's a bendy.
It is a. Did you just refer to it as bendy?
Her foot is bending right now.
Oh, okay.
Man, it looks, it doesn't look too
Atos will
Counter.
not tap, you know.
I want to give a shout out to our comment section over here.
Those steroids in
It says,
the blood.
Erica says, I have the link.
Oh,
Christopher, please send the link. Erica, check your messages. Listen, that's the kind of ingenuity I like from our fans. Take care of each other. Just don't make me do it. Don't make me responsible for this. Because again, people at Flow Grappling know this face. So don't ruin it for me.
Don't support Flow Grappling. They're evil.
Don't listen.
I mean, yeah, this match is great.
I love this too. ZXC says, can I get the link? Listen, y'all
That's what
are
you're here for, bro.
sweethearts. I hope you all take
Oh.
care of each other. But in the meantime, I don't want you to listen to the
that
commentary.
choke.
I love Chase.
yeah.
I love Jake. They're friends of the show. But guess what? We're better than they are. So
Whoa,
stay
whoa,
with
whoa.
us.
What is going
Dude,
on?
wait, I'm sorry. Did you think that I was going to say something offensive about them?
You're not supposed to say that out loud, bro.
I don't need to say it out loud because
Oh, I was late by a couple seconds
What?
there. Oh,
but
whoa.
guess what? It
They
wasn't 30
reverted.
seconds.
Did you see
What?
the time? They went
Yeah.
back a couple seconds and had to readjust.
Now that they like fuck up, they're like,
So
oh
now they
shit.
got Jasmine winning. All right. How did that happen? But-
Because I think she had the footlock
Oh.
attack. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
But
she's
like-
trying to beer and bowl
But
on her?
like, whatever.
Oh, she's going back again to that straight ankle.
Also, probably, if I'm taking a guess,
oh.
Wagner is probably right next to the judges, just subtly threatening and staring at them.
All angry, you know.
That's an angry dude.
He's like, do you know what I do to the 15-year-olds in my gym, bro?
Oh, no. Camera
He
back
went
on me.
there.
Okay, here we go. Let's make sure
I
we
beat
don't.
them up because I'm a jiu-jitsu coach.
Good save.
Wow, okay. Woo! Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Grappling Hour. Definitely not hosted by Michael Wong. Hosted by Rafa Esparza, me.
Listen, we all know the truth. It's fine.
This is not a conspiracy podcast
all
either.
know
So
We also know that nobody cares about it. That nobody cares at all. It doesn't change anything.
It's true. Which is, again, wild.
Yes, but nobody cares, so
Yeah.
that's not good. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure he's a lovely man. Outside of the thing.
Well, ZXE919 says, fuck flow grappling. Now, listen.
My homie.
Oh.
Ooh,
I
guard
think-
passer.
I think you're a little aggressive in your hate of flow
Very.
grappling.
Guard passer.
But I would say this. I don't know that you're wrong. So, let's call 50-50 split on that.
Do you think we're going to get more of these events on Fight Pass?
These events?
Yeah, eventually.
Who are the judges?
They should.
Right.
I mean, if they're smart on UFC, I think you would try to cut off the legs of flow grappling at this point. You have ADCC, so that's a really good point for you to go. As soon as I heard the ADCC made the switch on over to Fight Pass, I thought two things. One, that's a better bang for your buck value.
That
Two,
indeed.
why do I have flow still? Because I know a lot of people will use it for the IBJJF, and there were some people that said keep it for the IBJJF. But, like, what has the IBJJF done for you lately? You know what they did to me? They got real... Oh. No. And it says, that's a great
Who's
question.
going for
UFC
it?
knows where the profit is. Yeah, I think
That's gonna leave
UFC
a bruise.
has seen at least the numbers that make it comparable to make it happen for their demo and their group of people.
Wow.
Okay, I guess she wins.
Pass.
I mean, Jake Watson, calm the shit down, bro. And it says the invitationals are getting more traction. So the invitationals are not perfect, but the difference maker, in my opinion, is that they look more professional. Like the appeal of it, the crane shots, the production, it looks a little cleaner, and the fact that they can sometimes pull in, they can pull in some actual UFC talent, makes it a little bit more appealing. So there is that. And
Beautiful back.
Uh-oh.
Back
That was a
take.
weird roll that she did.
you know what's going to be really weird here is that Jasmine, in this trajectory, is going to win this match.
Wow, she went.
Yes, she is. She was able to turn it around.
That's a really good start for
Oh, wow.
And I see a note here from Jono Sturm Ank that says, put a mirror in back. You know what's so great? That idea was so original that you can easily scroll up and see someone else already has suggested it.
Listen, Raph.
Help me, I'm poor. Listen, this is what we're doing right now. We're actually giving you all the
At
fucking
least,
shit.
at least you interact with your community. I'll say that much.
At least I what?
At least you interact with the community. You know.
Oh, absolutely. Even if I shit on them, I interact with them.
That's
Do
that's
you
how that's
think
what
it could
my
evolve
abusive
throughout
father
its
always.
future?
That's what
Of course, but of course.
After he went out to go get
I
some
mean,
cigarettes.
ADCC used to get hosted at a local university, and now it was at the Thomas and
Yeah.
Mack Arena. So of course
Yeah.
it could evolve.
Absolutely.
The fact that it's on UFC Fight Pass is already showing you where we're going with it. So
So,
very much so, it is going to evolve. And again,
Oh,
the
she
fact
got
that you
it.
have
wow.
she gets the finish.
Did we do a toast to Hene?
I do not know.
We
if
have to do a toast
did.
for Hene. We'll do one for her in a second.
We'll do one for her.
But let's say here.
Somebody, I don't have a brew.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
empty.
Why don't you guys go get some liquids of some sort?
Let me
I'm
go
outta
get
here,
a
bro.
liquid of some
Are you not drinking?
I'm drinking water.
Okay, well, we're about to do a toast. So are you not drinking anymore?
I'll drink some.
But you can't
Okay.
toast with
I drink
water,
some
bro. That's
water.
illegal.
It is illegal.
I'll do imaginary cup.
No, I'd rather you go get a soda or something.
Okay,
bro.
hold on.
Take a sip of some
I'm gonna throw this
leftover
away, though.
beer. Thank you.
All right, I'll go get some Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still not right. Anyway, are you drinking tonight or are you not drinking? Because you don't have to drink if you're not.
I don't want another drink. Let me go grab a beer.
Go grab a beer and then we'll go from there. Anyway, it says this is TJ Ant 10. I owe my dude Raph a couple rounds. TJ Ant. Who is TJ Ant? Tell me who you are. TJ Ant 10. I mean, I'll always take rounds. I think people know that about me. And then Jono Stern Man Q. Yeah, I saw it and repeated it. Got it. You're mindless. Okay, great. Oh, it's Anthony. Yeah, of course you do.
Locking
Bro, you have not been around.
alcohol.
It is embarrassing that you still have yet to roll with me. The fact that you're fearful to roll with me, embarrassing, honestly. But thank you for joining us. I hope you like and subscribe.
Ooh, that. Oh.
You said you were hurt. You were not hurt. You've hurt other people. Get out of here. This dude is coming on here trying to evoke sympathy in the comment section, saying like, "I was hurt, I couldn't train with Raph." No, you aren't. I've seen the way you roll. Get out of here. But yes, I want to go back to Jono Stern. Yeah, we already dissed you, so that's great. Do you think it can evolve in the future? Yes. We are seeing different levels of evolution. The only problem that we have with the evolution right now is that we have people who are not very production savvy. So we have good intentions, good brackets. There's a lot of good things that happen. I think ADCC is a very, very good bracket and talent cohesiveness, but I still think the show in itself is kind of like amateur.
What do you mad at that smother tap?
So I think in the future that'll continue to build, but if you show that to any other person that is a fan of sports, they would look at you and go, "Oh, is this your championships?" So that's my main issue. And I know we have time to build and we'll get there.
Raph,
Yeah, what's up?
what do you think about that smother tap?
The smother tap, we'll get to that in just a second, but I want to hear what she has to say. Do you mind? So Jasmine is saying that over the past year, she's worked really hard to improve her game. And she said that booing actually helped her to become better. So take that, you guys. If you boo us on this show, it'll only make us be a better stream. And I love the fact that Wagner is so old, he is recording her on her phone as if she is not being broadcast.
But it's different for social media than it is for the like repost.
Do it for the soch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You think
Right?
he's live?
Maybe. But I actually, you know what, he probably is. He
He's
could be.
Facebook Live.
But I do believe, look at this, Luchador's trying to boo us. Don't boo us, Luchador.
Who are you booing?
I see your photo. You're not a real Luchador. You know what a real Luchador does? They wear a mask. Get out of here.
Just like Batman.
Just like, who said just like Batman?
Just like Batman. Listen, in my opinion, a smother tap is something you should try to avoid at all costs.
Okay.
As a bottom person, it's way better to get submitted with a rear naked choke than to get smother tapped.
Okay,
In
that's.
my professional opinion.
Thank you, Dr.
what I-
Michael
that's what I
Wong.
say.
Appreciate that.
You know? Don't you agree?
When did you become a professional again?
No, just
that-
kidding.
As a professional.
Would you rather get RNC than smother choked? I think so. I think I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie. I think I
Like, okay,
Like-
you're going to get smother tapped. You can either turn your back and expose
yeah,
yourself,
but
or you can get
But then
smother
again,
tapped.
there are some people with insane pressure out there. So, I mean,
Okay.
who knows if you get stuck in an absolute competition and you got some fucking
Someone
260-pound gorilla on top of you and you start squeezing your face off.
Someone
I mean,
who's like
it's
20
gonna
pounds
suck.
heavier than you.
So, 20 pounds, I think that might be manageable. But yeah, anything above that, I don't know. It's pretty brutal. Depends on where again, like
Right.
crushing
Okay.
your nose.
Your
what are they
weight
doing?
class.
You know,
Your weight class.
but.
You get tapped. You're 135. If I went out there
Okay,
and I got
yeah.
smother tapped,
If I get fucking smothered tapped by a 135er, I might shoot myself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like-
Like that's just straight up.
come on, right? If you saw me get smother tapped, you
I'm
just
so
tell me
glad
to
that
go
you're
home,
like,
right?
oh, someone smother tapped me? Suicide seems like the
Suicide,
right choice.
135 pounds.
What else you gonna
am I-
do?
Seriously, dude. Like, no offense. Of course, if you fucking armbar me and you're 135 pounds, RNC me, beat the shit out of me, that makes sense. But if you smother tap me at 135 pounds, yeah, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Can I
Because at
point
that
out-
point, you could probably kill me, so I might as well do it.
Can I point this out?
Yes.
There's two sides of me happening right now. The first side is the next time I see you when we roll, I want to smother tap you.
It's not
but
gonna
then
happen.
But then I also don't want to smother tap you because I don't want you to die. So I'm in this weird, perplexed sort of situation.
No,
here.
no offense. I think you're a little heavier than me, so I would
I'm
still
sorry.
be like he's 5 pounds
did you
heavier
speak
than me.
to
so,
me
yeah, I
with
did.
your Christian
No.
fucking mouth? How dare you, sir?
Yeah, sometimes had to respect my elders.
How dare you?
No, I always feel bad when I like try to like smother people who are like upper belts. But like I do it to everyone else. Like people who are my rank or lower, I'll fucking like put my knee in your neck and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
I've seen you do
Not
that.
that mean, but like
No,
I'll
no.
put it on
What do you
there.
mean, not that mean?
I'll put it on there and I'll let you know like, hey, I'm gonna smush your neck if you don't move. And then if you don't move, then I'll put it on.
I want to point something out. For as allegedly as large as I am, Andrew.
Andres, please.
Oh, it's
No,
Oliver
you
Taza.
get your full name right
It's
now, sir.
Andres. Then
Right now, it's Andrew. I don't give a shit what you call yourself.
Racism.
Number 2, don't racism. That can't be racist. Get out of here. He's brown.
You
I'm
can't
brown.
roll your
That's
R,
how it
bro.
works. Did you say roll your R?
Can't roll the R.
Listen, you don't get to tell brown people how to brown.
He taught me how to do the.
What are you
bro,
even
I didn't
doing?
teach
What's
you.
happening
Whoa,
here?
whoa,
Okay,
teach
listen.
you what?
I'm
He
gonna
taught me how
mute.
to roll the R's, bro.
God, I'm gonna mute this guy real quick.
roll the R's.
What are you
Not
talking
hit
about?
R's. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So Wong is muted. Let me just point this out. Okay. First and foremost. Still love the fact that he's yelling shenanigans. I want to point something out. How much do you weigh right now?
I am at 166 pounds.
Interesting.
Are you at 166 pounds as well?
I am at 167 pounds. Last I trained
Whoa.
today. So how dare you, sir? How dare you look at me and be like, you're a few lbs heavier than me?
Look, the last time we rolled, you were a little bit on the bigger side. The last
literally
time it was
the
during
same
bulking
amount.
season.
How
I think it might have been
dare
during
you?
bulking season last time.
I'm the exact same fat all of the time.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't
I
know?
think a while back you were pushing the 80s. You were in the middleweight.
You mean
division.
even if I push the 80s, that's still 5 pounds difference.
5?
Yeah.
I would assume that'd be like 10, wouldn't it? Closer to 10.
If you were at 170,
I'm at 166 pounds, but
you're at 166.
I'm around 166 right now. I'm a small guy. Look at this. The black makes me seem bigger than I am.
Okay, we're gonna go to Taza in a second, who's apparently taking on. I would have said, oh God,
Jonathan Gracie.
who
Whoa.
looks like he is fighting as Dustin Poirier right now. Okay.
Young
We had a few
Poirier.
comments over here. It said, number 1, stream please. And I'll go ahead and
Over
say, help me, I'm poor. No. And then it says, ADCC is coming to Fight Pass. That is correct. And it says, ADCC trials are fun to watch. Yes. However, they still look like recorded in 720. If you guys know what specifications are. They literally look like they get webcams to do that, and people pay good money for that. So my hope is now that they're on Fight Pass, maybe, just maybe, we spring for a little bit better cameras. The difference is, because there are so many mats, it stands that maybe they won't have the best cameras, but it's my hope. And Luchador comes back over and just says, boo. Did you say boo before and you're saying boo again, or is that the same boo? It's the same boo. Okay, we're good. But those were the notes that I got. And Anthony, you said you just had surgery, you swear. I don't believe you, sir. When are you coming to roll? When are you coming to New Ground? That's what I'll ask you right now.
Who is this?
Gentleman by the name of Anthony, who is an excellent competitor, who trains out of, and Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong, Tillis BJJ. So he's out towards, like, I think Whittier, out that way. He's a very, very good grappler. I have commentated some of his matches. Just a really sweetheart of a kid who, if you watch him compete, woo, he beast. So
Come down to New Ground for open mat.
that's
and
what
have
I'm
some
saying.
fun.
I'm the easiest person to find in all of
Wrestling?
jiu-jitsu.
Oh.
Dude, I find you randomly. When I don't want to find you, I find you. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? It's great.
Yes, you 100% say things like Harry Carey as performed by Will Ferrell. Hey, what are you doing here? And it says, I'm in Whittier with Tillis. Yes, sir. That's what I thought. Yep. Appreciate that. Okay. So let me ask this. I'm going to go over to Wong. Wong, who did you have in this match?
My inclination is Jonathan,
Uh-huh.
but Oliver just took him down really easily and is doing a decent job with being a top.
Yeah, I'm a big Taza fan. What do you have on this one, Andy?
I'm more familiar with Taza's game, to be honest. So, Taza, I've seen Taza live as well. It's great to watch. And again, he's got that great style now. That's bringing in wrestling, sweeps, everything into it nicely.
Sweet.
Look at that nice back step.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh!
Right into the heel.
Yeah, he's fine.
Not only is he fine, but I think he let him kind of chill in that position. That's somebody that
Seemed pretty
I think
confident.
is very fearful.
Oliver's like one of the people who
Wow.
Wow.
do honey
This
hole all
is a
the time.
strap. Beautiful.
You know,
Wow.
Wow, just pinned him straight to the ground.
That's a huge reversal of fortune
That was
here.
a beautiful reversal.
Oliver needs to do 50-50 more.
You think Oliver needs to do 50-50 more?
He only does like the regular cross on sheet. He literally doesn't do it at all. Anything else? He always does like the standard honey hole.
That's great.
And
Can we address something here? Yes. And I'm going to zoom in on this. Wong, why are you wearing a collared shirt? Let's just zoom in on that. So why are you wearing a collared shirt?
I like to look good.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again, but answer for real this time. Why are you wearing a collared shirt?
I like the look of someone who like would be at a like coffee shop or IT place and be like, "Hey, how are you?"
Unsuspecting, you mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, unsuspecting.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're trying to go for like the dangerous nerd look. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
like the not dangerous nerds, so that people will fuck with me and then I stab them.
Unsuspecting.
Yeah, okay.
I see.
Well, that's some weird sort of
just
role
kidding.
playing that you're playing in
I
your
do
head.
jiu-jitsu, I
Do
swear.
you think you're a superhero? Is that what you're saying?
Uh,
Are you saying that you like walk
I'm-
around in your
I'm
Clark
literally
Kent outfit
Batman.
all day?
I'm
You just want to be
literally
Clark
Batman.
Kent all day? Is that what you're saying?
no,
You're
Clark Kent
literally
is like-
Batman, so
no,
you're
I'm
rich, is what
literally
you're
Batman.
saying. Okay.
So I'm like, and I'm like Robert Pattinson Batman. Like,
Robert-
with Nir-
Robert
So you're
Okay,
very
got it.
depressed
Okay.
and sad.
Yeah, with Nirvana playing.
Emo.
No, not
Batman.
emo, but like
You're emo Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh.
Yo,
Nice
but let's talk about this.
step-
There's
nice
been some
flyover.
excellent positional
Just
control
that body
by
lock
Gracie
pass that we
here.
were talking about.
And here's the nice part is he literally just let Oliver Taza push him into that half guard. It signals to me that he's probably wanting the back at this point. If you ever let somebody just go, oh, go ahead and put me back into half guard, all good. And yet the pressure's heavy, and he's climbing and he's climbing. Taza is very savvy, so it's entirely possible he may be able to put it off for a split second, but boom.
Yep. Jonathan Gracie.
So do we have a better version of telling the people who we like? Because I literally just heard boom, red.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
is that what we
I think
got?
that's the best they got. They could, flash some red on the mat and let you know.
I wonder how Oliver's
No,
half-guarded.
no Letterman scorecard.
No.
All right, ref, I got it. 3 minutes to 1. Jonathan Gracie.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you, his body passing is great.
Wow. I didn't know we were going to get accents tonight. Thank you, sir. While you're doing that, I think we should probably also do some cheers catch-ups. So we should probably go ahead and do a cheers on over to Jasmine Rocha, and I'm actually going to let Wong do this. Now, Wong, they usually need to be about 30 seconds, so say what you need to say. That's your camera right there. We're going to hold up our drinks, and camera's all on you, sir.
Your father's a great competitor. You're a great competitor. The best type of people. I love the Brazilian people. I love to go down to Florida and train with y'all. There's no scandals. Nobody ever said anything bad about fight sports. We've always trusted fight sports. They're a great brand. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Noted former guest of the show, Wagner Rocha. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'll point this out. He has not been on the show since. So,
Oh,
we'll see.
You'll probably lose a lot of fans if you say that, though.
positional
Not really.
awareness
I
is
mean,
just
here's the
awesome.
thing. If you ever look at the premiere episode of Grappling Hour, which was back in 2018, October 2018, I'm pretty sure we're on record as being the first people to be like, would you like to make a statement on Marcel? And he was like, no. And I go, I think you should. And he said, why? And I said, because if you don't, it would give the impression that perhaps you don't take these allegations seriously or that you don't believe that people should be protected when they're at a gym. And he did. He was like, yeah, no, I mean, that's terrible. And God, I can't believe somebody would ever do that. And I will not have any more contact with them. 2 years later. That was a lie.
That was. I was like, that doesn't sound true.
2 years later.
So anyway, I definitely tried to ask the question, gave him the opportunity to say whatever he needed to say. And obviously we saw the photos. So there is that. Anyway, let's just say a few things. I want to go ahead and give a shout out on over
grinder
to
side of things.
Andreas Sanchez, who said, I just subscribed. Thank you so much. And you know what? That's a cheers for you, sir.
Cheers.
Andreas, thank you so
Tocayo.
much for
Cheers. We have the same
subscribing to
name.
us over here. We appreciate That's a good
Cheers
name.
to
Look at this guy.
Andreas.
We appreciate you. And listen, I bet your passing is better than Wong's. Okay?
Honestly, true.
Look at this nerd can't pass you. He's got a popped collar over here. So I thank you for your subscription, and I promise you we'll have better and better content in the days to come because we do a lot of work here on the Grappling Hour.
His knee sleeve's coming off.
What has happened? You said the knee sleeve?
The knee sleeve's coming off. Look.
Do you
Does
think
that
that's going to
make
make him less efficient? Oh, that's why his guard's getting past the knee sleeve.
I knew it. He's
Conspiracy. He's about to get mounted because of his knee
bro.
sleeve.
Nicky fraud. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, this only further proves my Gordon Ryan is playing out of the Donald Trump playbook
right?
when he
It
just
sounds
goes,
like it.
listen here, everybody knows it's Nicky fraud.
Me and Colby.
Nicky fraud is really embarrassing. Okay? Everybody knows his tum-tum is way, way better than mine, but I've still beaten him 15 times. That's
Exactly.
facts.
Oh,
Tell him to put on some
this is
spats.
the moment where men are made.
Tell him to put on some spats.
And I'll roll with him again. Wow.
Oh,
What a beautiful back take.
shit.
Teza. The guy with the bald head is aggressive.
You're talking about
Surprise.
Channing Tatum.
He does look like him, kind of.
Channing Tatum meets Dustin Poirier is what this dude is.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And he is able to maintain this position throughout all of the transitions that Oliver Taza is trying to make happen here.
There you go.
Oliver was able to
That was
spin
good.
into full
Yeah, he
guard.
just fucked up there.
Looks like Oliver and company just messed up. What is going to happen here, Wong?
What a twist.
What a twist.
Oliver's gonna be stuck on top, and like he's gonna sit back for a leg lock, and then it's not gonna work, and then he's gonna lose.
You think he's going to lose right now?
Giancarlo Bodoni.
Look at the time. There's not enough time. And
Look
he's
at this, too.
Too much.
There's a very disappointed look by John Danaher. Oh, what a conveniently
Oliver's-
timed nosebleed, by the way.
Oliver's performance was absolutely discouraging.
Talkin' Jits
Well, I watched
just
that
says, was
section,
hoping this would be more like a play-by-play rather than chatting while watching. So here's to let you know, Talkin' Jits. We do a little bit of mix between both because one version that you listen to on Flow Grappling, love them, Chase, Jake, friends of the show, a little boring. So we're doing a little bit of a mix. Also, this is still a nice way to go ahead and figure out what's still happening while also showing the personalities of our good friends here. So if you don't like it, all good. But
I have personality.
you do have personality.
So if you want to play by
laugh
play
at
so far,
And I'm bringing it
Oliver
out of
Taza
you.
has been playing a very defensive game against Jonatas.
Oh, wow.
He's been playing a heavy pressure
I
passing.
like that
got a
you're
nice body
going
lock if you
so-
want to. All right, let me help you out. Oliver got a nosebleed, I believe, or a lip busted. So
Tell you what,
we
you
got
want me to-
pause in the break. We got 25 seconds till I tell you exactly who I
Oliver
think
the
is winning.
Canadian
Ready?
is-
Let me go ahead and point
And
this
you'll
out.
know because I'll make a noise just for you.
No. I mean, Talking Jits is now putting a sad face, but it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and do something real quick. If you really want play-by-play, I'll give you to you from a noted UFC professional, okay? Here we go. Now, as you'll notice here, we've got a real humdinger. This is coming in as one of the best nosebleed situations I have ever seen in my life. They are wiping the mat, and it is quite inducive. There is a circular motion to their wiping, and they are returning to the action. My man inside of the guard is going straight like Mickey Mantle back in 1942. Is that what you want? Okay. We'll keep it to what we're doing.
Here we go.
And says, Flow Grappling is a steep price for
Oliver,
a
you're too
couple
nice.
good matchups. I'll say this. This is a fun
Should
card.
have contested.
However, I want to make sure that we understand. I think that Flow Grappling is not worth
Wow.
the price of admission for what they charge. I don't think you get your best bang for the buck, considering we only get a Who's Number One once every 2 to 3 months. And still, I'm so sorry. Wait, go ahead. Oh, you were ahead of they were. So do it again. Do it again real quick. Thank you.
Red. Jonatas Gracie has been dominating this match so far. He just wrestled up and
He did.
completely swept Oliver down.
So anyway,
Been drinking and ripping pens, so I'm sorry. That's also that.
you're totally good. I would say this though. I would love to see Flow Grappling get their shit together and actually make it worth your while. But when you have commercials, when you have very, very weird stream drop-offs and issues, and sometimes the picture quality looks amateurish.
Pre
Oh my
shows.
God, don't get me started on that.
Pre shows. I've never seen pre shows, dude.
They legitimately tell you to
Do you
show
think they'll
up.
have after shows?
Yeah, they do have after
They have
shows on this.
after shows for a pre.
Oh my
pre-show.
god,
How
no,
does that
no,
sound, dude?
god. This shit bugs me so much.
They
And the
have
way
an
that they
after
try
show
to
for
do
the
the
pre-show.
predictions, the way they try to do the predictions gets on my nerves, and I like the people. Like, Jake Watson is a friend. And yet, when I hear him being like, well, I don't know, this guy's pretty good, but this guy is also good, I pick this guy. This stuff doesn't work for me. So I think there's a better way to do it.
You know what? I think it sounds a little mean, but you kind of got to piss off the competitors a little, you know?
Well, it's because here's
You get him a little, give him a little chip of the shoulder, let him be like, hey, you know what? Fuck that guy that said I wasn't great. He just said I was good. He said my opponent was great, and he said I was good.
as somebody who has
know?
done shows with the athletes who are on these shows, when they contact you, they're like, you didn't vote for me. And I go, who gives a fuck? Why do you care? Mason Fowler. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mason. Mason literally saw one of our recap shows and goes, I saw that, and I saw that you didn't pick me. And I go, and your issue is what? And he goes, that you didn't pick me. And I go, are you a child? And he goes, no. And I go, well, then why are you acting like one? And it's a very simple question. And the answer is, you don't need my approval. We're just giving you show. And more importantly, Mason, you're a friend. So chill.
You're a champ, dude.
Yeah, I'm not cheersing him. We love you, though, Mason. All right. Long limousines, bright city lights, jet airplanes, woo. So this was all just an attempt to get me to do a Ric Flair woo, right? Okay, thank you. And then it says, Erica Sanchez, please send the link. So it says, where's your stream, Duarte? So everybody's asking for the streams here. So if you guys could do me a solid, you can see that
If you want a play-by-play right now.
Duarte Lifts. I be streaming it on my Discord. So everybody go follow Duarte Lifts, which, by the way, is Duarte on steroids or not? Let's find out. What do you guys
Natty or
think?
not? I don't
Natty or not? Can you
Kanan
see this
Duarte?
little? Duarte Lifts. Look at that. Is that dude on steroids or no?
Let me see.
You are seeing it. That's a small.
Man,
What do you mean you have small eyes?
And I think
You
I've
just
taken too
literally
long,
use your
so-
glasses. That's the whole point, right there. Is that dude on steroids?
Dude's not on
No, it's not on
steroids.
steroids. Okay.
He just takes a lot of.
Then
creatine
Duarte
or
doesn't
something.
lift that good. I'm just saying.
Duarte, you should get on steroids.
So anyway, guys, get in contact with Duarte.
I can't actually see
Duarte,
the
I
match.
hope you're watching. Abdel Ally is definitely asking, what's your Discord? But I just cleaned that up for him.
He's probably not talking to you. He's talking to the guy who
What's
has
that?
the Discord link.
No, I know. I'm trying to put them all in touch with each other.
Wait, but maybe he is because you're.
Oh, but you know, I do have a Discord. You're right. I should tell people to go to my Discord. You guys can also join the Grappling Hour Discord. I wish I had little insignia that it would go on the bottom.
And then I would point at it.
I don't.
Discord is for.
Andreas Sanchez, it says, what's going on in this match? Unfortunately, not much, except for the fact that Gracie has been winning pretty dominantly, and he's been putting pressure on Oliver Chaza, and Ollie is now standing up with him. He's got 48 seconds to try and make something happen
Just pulled
urgently.
for a leg attempt.
He
the
did.
really jacked guy from Atos is like on top of the smaller, weaker opponent.
And now, Takajit says, about as natty as Nicky Rod. That's great. I do appreciate that, Talking Jits. I'll give you your props on that one.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Wow, what a shot! That was amazing.
Wow. I will say that's the first time anybody's ducked and covered while taking a shot. He literally did it like it was an earthquake drill. Well, stop, drop, open
'Cause
up
he- 'cause
shop.
It's because he reaction wasn't there.
you
He's
think
like,
like
oh,
halfway through he thought about the Rough Riders
the guy's just
anthem?
looking
I think
away
so.
from him, bro. He didn't even look at him. You see that? He looked away.
That just means the match is over.
like the guy's attacking him. He just look at the clock.
I
After
mean,
his bench.
listen, dude. It's a hard life, dude.
Oh. Listen,
He's
you never
shaking his
want
head like he
your,
thinks
like,
he
you
lost.
never want your opponent or partner to be like looking at the clock, because like in that way at least, where they're so
Okay.
they look bored of you. You know, if you're winning and they're looking at the clock, that's great. But if it's like you're losing, and then they look at the clock and they're like, oh, get me out of here. That's the most painful.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, dude. If you're already winning, why do you care what they're looking at? I'm
But
pretty
it's-
sure
it's
Gracie knew the whole time. He's like, I'm kind of beasting this match.
Bro, what if you were fighting someone and they started doing a Fortnite dance on top of you? You'd feel pretty disrespected, right?
I mean, if they attempt to Fortnite dance on me, I think I might be able to sweep them.
But it's like the last 10 seconds of the match, and they just look at you and they're like, "Oh, you suck," and then they start doing the floss.
I think of that as an opportunity to get out. So I'm going to welcome it.
Yeah,
and in fact,
then
I
sweep.
might be the one telling them, like, hey, bro, I think you need to do the Fortnite dance right now. And I'll be like, which one? I'm like, pick your favorite.
The one where you stand directly up.
I would be unbelievably injured in like the deepest part of my soul. I'd be truly hurt. If I was trying to wrestle some guy down and he just looked at the clock like that and not even look at me, I would feel so bad about myself.
Why?
Because like, what, you're not even acknowledging me as a threat?
I mean, I don't usually. So,
Bro, I gotta smish you now.
okay, great.
You know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was
just-
just playing with my emotions though. I was playing with my head. So I got it. Get out of my head. Get out
Oh,
of my
look,
head.
dude, it's the jacked Atos guy.
This guy has some arms on him.
Why is this guy giving me Sean Strickland vibes right now?
The Brazilian Sean Strickland.
Brazilian Sean Strickland here.
Aw,
You gotta-
If Sean
look at
Strickland
this.
ate some, if Sean Strickland ate acai, this is what he would look like.
Well, if Sean Strickland actually could speak English, he would be this dude.
This is probably
Boom,
what he would
take
be.
that. I see a note here from Andreas that
Accent.
says, thank you for the cheers. That was cool. Well, if you guys subscribe, I'll give you a cheers. It's pretty easy.
man.
You just got to tell me you subscribe on here, and I'll do it. Now, the problem is I will fact check you because I do have my phone right here. So it's pretty easy to figure that out. But my man over here, Andreas, we appreciate you. And it says, has Kieran fought yet? Yes, he did, and he won. Or I'm sorry, no, he didn't. He was winning
No,
the
and he got
match
caught.
until he got caught by
by-
Henny, a.k.a. Renee
And we didn't
Souza.
toast for him. So I
We
just
did
remembered.
toast
Did we?
for Jasmine, though.
Yeah, we did
we
not
didn't
toast
do
for
the
your
one
boy.
for Hene. Do you want to do the one for Hene, or should I do it?
You should do that. That's
I
my
should do
boy.
that one.
I
That's
thought
my
he was
boy.
gonna lose.
We all thought he was going to lose. It was a very different time a while ago.
Yeah, and I'm kind of.
But he pulled it off. He got the knee
He
back.
did.
Yeah, I guess results speak
But
for
yeah,
themselves.
sorry, bud. Kieran lost.
Talking jits. Sorry to be lame and whatnot. No idea how to find you on Discord. Help. Ha ha ha. Yeah, absolutely. If we could get in contact with that gentleman, that would be great. And I believe
Put it in
that
chat, bro.
name was Duarte Lifts. Duarte Lifts.
Can you like highlight that comment or something?
Yeah, I can put a favorite to it, I guess. I don't know that I can pin it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Not on
pin that.
here.
Here in Jiu-Jitsu, we know all about pinning.
It says not bad commentary though. Oh, thank you.
From
Appreciate that.
us or from the commentators?
Oh, it's definitely not them. I will 100% guarantee you it is not them.
Wow,
because-
you don't believe in your guys at all.
Listen,
This
Chase,
ADCC highlight is looking
Again,
real heavy right now.
Chase,
Hey, Giancarlo.
friend of the show, but he knows me as roasting him. Jake Watson, if he doesn't expect me to roast him, he's never actually been on a show with me and understood what I do.
I
So-
sure hope you don't ever roast me, bro. It'll hurt my feelings.
You think I would hurt your feelings if I roasted you?
Yeah.
I don't think
If I was
so.
trying my best to be a commentator, I'd be like, or like I go up to a girl and like, excuse me, ma'am, could I have your number? And then you start roasting me, I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't
"That
roast
really
you just
hurts
if you were
me."
trying to score and get a number. That's not how
Yeah,
roasting works.
That's not how it would go, by the way.
That's also the worst wingman ever to be like, oh, see this dude? He sucks.
I'd be like, sup, babe.
Fucking nerd.
I got a purple belt.
Yo, check out
I
this
got a
nerd's
purple belt.
collared shirt over here.
They're like, oh my god, that's so hot. People who do jiu-jitsu are so amazing.
Yeah, don't date my boy here. Look
Yeah.
at this collar. He's
That's
not
how- that's what
defending you
happens.
anytime soon. Trust
So my
me.
professor told me. He
Your
charged
honor
me
is gonna be
$1,000 for 1 month.
Your honor will be offended anytime you're around this man. Let me know. Let me know.
Talking Jits just said, also liked and subbed. Y'all are pretty dope. Well, thank you. Hey, guys,
Thank
let's
you.
do a toast on over.
Talking
This
Oh,
is to you,
sub.
Talking Jits. Much appreciation
Yeah,
to
I
you.
like that. There's ads on Flow Grappling, bro. You pay
At
a
the
monthly
Gritty End,
subscription.
the band that I
and
belong
they put
to,
ads on
at Los
their
Goths
program.
Co. If you
Imagine
wanna
you-
Hold on,
follow
hold on.
other
You guys are
pages.
both
Plus?
talking over each other.
Bro,
Nobody can see
someone's
what's happening
rolling.
behind me. What's happening?
It's rolling, bro. If
That
you had,
guy's
like,
legit
Disney Plus or
rolling.
something,
What
He's
just
trying
happened
to,
behind
he's trying
me?
to avoid being in the shot.
doesn't
He's
like
really
that.
not offending anyone, but you know,
No,
very
but
respectful to the show. I
I'm not sure
understand.
that anybody saw the army roll that just happened behind us.
Full on log roll behind us. You know what? We can get him to do it again.
No.
Do it. Roll back this way. Same way. Roll back over here. Same way. Yeah, same way, please. Well, see, there he goes.
Slow. If you do it slow, nobody knows what's happening. Okay.
Whoa. There he goes.
It's right there.
Damn.
Speed.
That's what's going on behind us, guys.
You will find the best quality content here on Flow Grappling. Just
Men's
kidding.
Live and on
That is
demand.
the kind of drilling we do here at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu. Effective rolling.
You know what? I like that we've now gotten to the point of the show where we're just asking people to do warm-ups. Do a front roll. Cool. Shrimp.
We're gonna do some jiu-jitsu warm-ups for you that don't know. If you don't know your shrimps, we'll have someone do them for you.
Talking Jits just gave out his Discord name if you guys want to flood him with some spam.
Oh, who's JT fighting?
Shit, that's JT.
Gorilla Hands Majid
Oh,
Page.
JT
This is gonna be a
easy.
great match.
JT Torres, easy lead. He's only 33?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 37 or something.
But
I
in
was like,
jiu-jitsu, that's old.
That's pretty old.
he's fine, bro. He's-
ADCC champ and vet.
If he's clean, it's old. If he's not, it's not that bad. JT. Essential BJJ.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I forget that JT Torres
I
is
see a
real
note
person,
here.
and I'm like, wow, this dude's so good.
Oh.
Dude, JT Torres, two-time ADCC champ.
Absolutely. JT Torres is a shit, dude. He's
great.
also just a quality human being. Like, of the people that we know. Oh, he's coming to grapple in a T-shirt.
Majid Hayes,
Look,
old
he looks
school.
like a surfer dude.
Hold on. Duarte lifts. You can't say that people look jacked. How dare you? You're jacked. How dare you? Get out of here. And I'm so glad that we've been able to make this happen between this love connection between Duarte and Talkin' Jits. I hope things work out for you two crazy kids
hey,
in this
Raph.
crazy world. What's up, bro?
Do you want to know where the guy in a t-shirt and like board shorts is from?
What?
San Diego.
Get out.
Surprise.
No way. You mean the dude that looks like a beach bum is
No,
from
no.
a beach town?
It's not just that. It's also the fact that he tucks in the shirt.
yeah.
That's the extra sauce
Yeah,
here.
bro. He's legit though.
Someone tucks in their shirt, they mean business.
Can you do me a solid? Because
Yes,
on this
sir.
one, I actually want our good friend Michael Frosto to join us in the
Yes,
seat
sir.
4 if we could get him.
Wait, do you want me to go there or you want?
I actually need to take a little break from
Well, go ahead
here,
and
so
go ahead and do your thing. But see if you can grab me a Michael Frosto. That would be great.
I need to go to the bathroom.
You're gonna go to the bathroom
Should
too.
I come back?
You can come back if you want. Yeah,
Should I go
there's
there or there?
you just come back and I'll
be
point you at
myself.
which one.
Yes, command me.
And I see a note here from Tricycle Mishap, which says, I don't see Majid taking this over JT. Love Majid's style, but JT is a monster. Absolutely is. JT is, I think, the personification of excellent ADCC style. He has great wrestling, great passing. God, love it so much. And he seems to attack with urgency. So he has been a longtime favorite of the show. And just like I said a little bit earlier, just a quality human being. Every time he's been on the show with us, he's always been very, very kind and graceful with his time. But I think there's an undersell of Majid. Majid is actually very sneaky and very good. And you'll notice that the shirt is already made its way out. And this is great. JT is just basically pimp slapped his way into a pass of a guard, and we are welcomed back by our good friend Michael Frosto.
Ooh, Glover in the corner.
Glover is, of course, in the corner. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm on water now.
Oh, so you've switched to water. So
Intermittent.
you're switching back and forth.
Well, I left this here. I haven't returned to grab it.
I was about to say, I was like, did you take my beer?
Now we're going back and forth.
Okay, good for you. Okay. I was just trying to build up Majid Hage, and then JT Torres was doing JT Torres
This
things.
is a really bad matchup for Majid. After the trials, when Andy just ran through him and steamrolled him,
Yeah.
I don't see how JT can't just do the same.
But isn't this the kind of match that you want to see JT Torres do batshit crazy shit on again? Like,
At least like a lightning quick finish, which
Yeah.
seems like he's on his way with his pressure.
And God bless him, because you know what? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Mateus Gracie Horea says, link, please. You can see if some of the folks in the Discord have actually hooked up with each other. And
The
they've
link
given
we
some
used
stuff
was
out.
purchased.
The link. Well, the thing is, I'm also not giving out free stream links here, but you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I do want to bring this up because maybe we'll have a second before a submission happens here. But from what we've seen here tonight, has anything impressed you? Has anything stood out?
Let me think. I was thinking back to the last match right now. Dude, Jonathan's pressure was really good, but his ability to maintain pressure in every single position, like whether it was like a solidified position or not,
Yep.
he had a lot of in-betweens that he was still able to control really well.
It was fascinating to watch him work, especially with the fact that I think most people had Taza winning that in the pre-matchups.
Yeah. Or at the very least, even just being able to get off some offense.
Yes.
He got off 0. Nice pass.
And it says, Johnny Hall depends on the gym. My place has been doing fine. And I think that might be in reference to COVID. Yes. How are things going? So I think Fulton is basically saying depends on the place. My gym has been doing fine. I'm glad to hear that, Fulton. We love hearing people are getting back to training, and mostly we want to support gyms. So
Where are you located, Fulton?
That would be great.
Where's your gym at?
please let us know. We would love to be friends with all different sorts of gyms because we're a very friendly gym. Sundays,
I'd like to think so.
10:30 to 12:30, open mat to
mat,
everybody.
free to all.
And what is the insignia? What is the saying that we have here for open
Good
mats?
rolls, good vibes.
That's right, you assholes, stay out. And everybody else, you're more than welcome to come join us here in Sherman Oaks.
When did people start charging for open mats? How's that a thing? I thought the word open meant open.
I don't want to ask you to put the names of the
I
places.
won't put names, but I could name at least 10.
Really?
They charge like a $10, $20 drop-in fee. Very interesting.
As a traveler, I always try to offer to pay.
Yeah.
But my favorite reaction is always what are you talking about? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Because I just try to be a good guest.
It's very interesting.
But like, this is always us on our promotion saying free to all,
Yeah.
open to all. Please come through.
As it should be.
Let's go there.
What do we
I like
got?
you there. Wong is rejoining us. So Wong was saying that if somebody smother tapped him, that he would be in a bad place.
I've absolutely smother tapped him.
You have.
That's not true.
That's 100% accurate.
Hold
For
on,
sure.
hold on. We have two people here who can verify this. Wong, are you telling me that in all of Michael Frosto's greatness, that he's never smother tapped you?
Smother tap, no.
100%.
No way.
Incorrect.
No way.
Invalid.
I don't believe you. You remember better than I did.
I woke up a sweat. I worked up a sweat just so that I could deliberately waterboard him. And
I don't
I
like
was
the sound of
successful.
this.
I was successful.
So I guess the question is, Wong, because we believe
How does
Frosto
it feel
here.
to be smother choked?
I don't recall this action. I have plausible deniability.
It's because you were fighting for your life, and the memory is
I'm
foggy.
sure I would like just give you an Americano or something.
I don't think he would take it. I don't think you know how stubborn Michael Frosto can be when he really
One
wants
time
to
on
get
10
something.
Tuesday, someone got me an arm triangle, and I was like, I'm not gonna tap this shit, and I tapped to it, and I rode home with no music playing.
That's even worse.
That is bad.
Just sad and lonely.
Let's
When I smother choked him, he just didn't even go home. He stayed here at the gym.
Just in
Stayed
the
the
corner.
night.
I guess the bigger question is, what did you do to forget that the
Ooh,
man
nice.
smother tapped you? Because I like the fact that you're sitting there being like, didn't happen.
I probably went to like wash my mouth or something, you know. You really don't want that sweat up in there, you know.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't want to think about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and also pull. If you could do me a solid, Wong, and go grab Frankie while he is here.
Francisco.
Yes.
Yes.
It's about to get real, guys.
It is about to get real. Has he been on one of my broadcasts before?
I'm sure he has.
He might have
The
made an
UFC
appearance
one,
when we did the UFC one. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. But
which, by the way, we'll be hosting.
Yeah, I will also leave
Next
now.
week.
Bye bye.
wait,
John
what are you?
Jones.
You're leaving?
No, I'm just gonna leave the table.
The point was to have all four of us.
Yeah, I was trying to
The
get a
four
foursome
Avengers.
here.
I'll be here for 5 minutes.
What do you mean? Where are you going? You don't have anything better to do.
Because when I talk to you, I get distracted from the match, and I'm like, oh, I actually like these
We're
people.
all watching the match.
I'm
Just
watching the
watch the
match. I'm
match.
not watching the match,
Like,
though.
look straight forward, talk into the
But I'm
microphone.
listening to you.
I
and
think that smother choke had After Effects that don't allow him to multitask. That's how
Oh,
powerful it is.
if I'm gonna watch something, I gotta give 100%.
He
if
might
I
have
talk
gone
to
out.
someone,
I
I
wanna-
have to watch it.
Also, there's a very harsh light that they're under right now. I want to point this out. Wong,
Yeah, it's like this.
if I send this clip over to Milton and I replay this clip for Michael
Don't smother
Frosto,
tap me.
they will 100% do nothing other than try to smother tap you. And I have
bring it on.
high betting odds on them pulling it off.
Well, the best compliment I ever got was from Derek. He said, "You take a beating so well," and I was like, at first I was like, "What?"
Derek's also a blue belt.
Yeah, but he like, listen,
Just, case in point.
it's the words that
Love you,
matter.
Derek.
Yeah.
But
Not the
Would you
world's
disagree?
leading expert in
Yeah.
this particular area.
I think I'm like a good survivor.
Yes.
Like that one song,
Which one?
a simple mom who works 2 jobs,
probably
gentle
not that one.
hand that I'm a survivor.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it was worth the squeeze, I see.
You asked.
You
I-
told.
I did ask. I just didn't expect it to be.
So detailed.
Do
Whatever
do the
that
roll.
was.
He should do the roll. Oh, never mind. He knows to stay on top instead of doing stupid rolls.
So, Frosto, you said that we were hopefully en route to a very quick finish from one JT Torres. And yet, oh, God. Boo. Why are we getting an impressionist painting rather than Flow
There we
Grappling
go.
subscription?
Done.
$30 a month.
Want it back.
God damn it. They should at least refund us that $3. I like this. And it says, this is dope. Get to watch y'all and then the Discord at the same
wow, that was
time.
sweet.
Love it. Thank you very much, Talkin' Jits. We appreciate you guys. And then I see a note here from Frankie Martinez, which is the right choice, which said Destiny's Child. Now, that's where I thought he was going to go.
Yep.
But apparently, we have a hater here of the Beehive or the Beyonce in Michael Wong.
B Nation.
The meta is pressure passing, so you better get good at it, or get left behind.
What a weird thing to tell people. You better up your game or get left behind.
Don't do stupid shit where you roll it like over there to try to get submissions, bro. Don't do that. Just stay on top and smush.
That's pretty much. This looks like the last match.
Yeah.
A lot of top pressure, half guard pressure.
Oh, no. Duarte lifts. It says, I might have to start training gi. No gi gyms close to me. No gi gyms close to me. I just moved. I'm very sorry. However, these two will not be sympathetic with you. This guy, I'm very sorry. As the resident gi guy, actually, I don't even know if I can say that. If I
Right, I
haven't,
don't know.
if I haven't done gi in a while, do
However,
I lose it?
where are you located, Duarte?
That's a great
'Cause
question.
We could use a second location
That's true.
elsewhere.
That's true.
That is a no-gi school. So
This
let
is
me
a
know.
no-gi school, and we'd love to expand. And you're looking at the guy who could help you do that. So, just saying. I will tell you this. Okay, so Majid Hage has been surviving, but none of this has looked fun.
Like the song.
He has definitely been surviving like a member of
Ooh,
Destiny's
that's
Child.
a nasty crossface.
Yeah, not only a nasty
Oof,
crossface,
good
but it
pass.
definitely was enough where he was
Look
going
at
to
that
get
pressure
that
he
tripod
got.
in.
Oh my god. Do you remember the last time JT got swept?
No.
No.
I remember close sweeps, but
I don't remember one time when he got swept.
no, not a full sweep. Oof.
That's really bad for Majid if you can't sweep the guy.
No. Yeah, this was not a good matchup from the start.
Yeah, boo.
He's got the,
I think everyone favors blue.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody watching this at this point.
No.
but Majid is out there,
Okay, so if you're battling Majid, do you ever have a moment where you feel like you're just beating up some dude from Venice Beach?
To a degree, I mean, everyone in Venice can fight, I feel like. Especially if you surf out there.
I just always look at him whenever he's in the t-shirt, and I just think that you're picking on some dude who got out
Yeah.
of the ocean, and you just decided to start a fight.
Classic 90s ADCC.
It's just
And the knee pads. The knee pads is what
Yeah.
sells it for me.
But the tiny little knee pads that aren't even on the knees
They're not
anymore.
on his knees anymore. They're on his shins. Good recovery. I'm wondering what JT's looking for. He's not actively trying to pass half guard, and he's pretty content going back to it.
JT might just be trying to make a point. And also, he is dripping sweat profusely.
On his eyes.
Yeah. I think the funniest part about JT is that every time I look at his Instagram, I'll see the nicest, most supportive grappling kind of like, hey man, I work really hard, I try really hard, and then I'll see some gangster shit from him that just always surprises me, where he'll like literally put something up that's quoting Goodfellas or something like a moral lesson, and I go,
Yeah.
is JT Torres secretly a gangster from New York that we just didn't know about?
Probably is.
Very well could be. So, kids, you heard it here first. I'm just telling you.
I feel like JT's just getting reps right now.
Yeah.
He's getting live reps on this position, on his crossface.
And it could be that he's trying to remind you guys, like, yeah, ADCC I didn't win, but I still could if I want to. And I want to prove it that I don't just go out quickly. Because I think the weird part is when you're a two-time ADCC medalist, you kind of get the impression he could have beaten Majid at any point, but he's pretty content on just dominating positionally for a unending amount of time. But yeah, Duarte lifts. I hope that you are finding a place to train. More importantly, it sucks. Anytime I've seen people move, my heart goes out to them because I'm in Southern California and I have lots of places to train. But if I didn't have a place to train, I would go absolutely batshit crazy.
I'm actually interested, for anyone watching, how many of you guys are training right now at a gym but would rather be training no-gi only but don't have that available to you?
That's a great question.
And where are you guys located? I'm curious. I feel like now with just so many no-gi prominent tournaments, events, live streams, they're just, I feel like they're popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
But I forget there's a lot of places that just don't have anything.
Absolutely. Frankie Martinez just wrote "no-gi for life"
My man.
on here.
We're going to get along well, Frankie.
I feel like in the new year, sir, I do have to get you to train gi. I feel like this is the time to get you
I'll
to train
do
gi
it.
again. I know you'll do it. I know you're not super happy about it, but
Absolutely not.
you're quite good at it. It fits your style.
To an extent.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, the part where it doesn't fit your style is the fact that you just don't do it as much. I actually think your AOJ style of passing would be superb in the gi.
These girls just can't hang. They don't work like they need to. They're not built to last.
My man just literally
Nice back
came in
take.
right now. Oh, were you waiting for the last minute, JT Torres? You jerk. How dare you?
Now it's going to be a quick finish. Watch.
Let's see. I mean, it's
Buzzer
looking
beater.
maybe that's what it is. Talking Jits says, I train both gi and no gi 5 to 6 days a week in Nebraska. Well, sorry about that. But you said you have a comp in Kansas City in March. Oh! JT Torres in on an armbar, and it looks savage. Oh, shit. With 29 seconds, Majid is doing just enough to stay out of it. And this is a very unconventional kind of stall tactic here.
Ooh,
But
he's stuck.
he is stuck. And I mean, if JT Torres was not a gentleman, this would be even worse. But JT is, I think, content enough to just let him know, I can break your arm, but I was already winning. And what is he gesturing to?
He's trying to use magic.
I think he was.
I think that was, what's the energy martial
He's
arts?
using chi.
Chi. What's the other one? There's another one. Starts with an S.
We'll get to there.
He's trying to use chi energy to unlock the grip. And it
Yo,
didn't work.
I see this.
I told him.
Oh, okay.
You got distracted, I think.
Duarte Lift says that you live in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Now-
Got it. Okay.
Let's point this out.
Yeah.
When I used to live in Kentucky, I lived there for 2 years. The closest gym to me when I didn't have a car was 25 miles away. Now, they have a gym where the college town where I used to go to college out there.
Oh, nice.
And I'm so pissed because I would have been this much better at jiu-jitsu if I had started at that time. So, but I see this. Okay. It says closest one in Louisville, but it's an hour away. Absolutely. That Louisville drive sucks. So, yeah, I totally get it. But Louisville is actually really fun to be. And it says it's Derby City, LA. That's what I thought. Chewy teaches. Chewy's a beast.
Nice.
Tell him we say hello. We love
Hell
Chewy.
yeah, that's dope.
Chewy's a sweet. No wonder you're on steroids. I knew it. Anybody who looks this strong in their profile photo, I'm always like, yeah, he's one of
You know
Chewy's.
Chewy,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm breaking the rules left and right. And I want to say this before I go to the rule breaking. Did you just throw out that shirt after you wear it for competition?
No.
No, because I don't
Keep
think
it. You reuse it.
I don't think you can reuse that shirt. I
Get
think it's
3 matches out of it.
If you wear that shirt out on the street, I think people think you're homeless. That just goes with the territory.
That goes with the territory.
Okay.
That's the persona that you're taking
That's-
on when you do that.
All right, JT is going to tell us a little bit about hard work and also tell us, man, I really wish I got that finish, but man, he's hard to finish. Yep, pretty much right on money. I'll be honest with you, JT, I could not take that pressure, so yeah. Eek. I think JT is saying, yeah, sure, if you guys will pay me, I'll show up for these events.
All right.
Not an issue for me. But JT is always smiles. He's one of the nicest human beings in the sport. Also, little mad he's in California and I didn't get to train with him.
Right?
JT, plug your gym. Peerless. Or not Peerless.
Essential.
Essential, thank you.
Steven Martinez.
Thank you.
Shout out Steven Martinez.
I love that there's an angry row of girlfriends.
Yeah,
just
on their
texting,
phones, like,
I hate this. This is the
Here
worst.
again.
Wonder what the production people were thinking.
He didn't win.
And it says, I was watching like 5 minutes behind on this live. No wonder. Ah ha ha. Oh, God. No, I'm so sorry, bro.
Who said that?
So
Months, bro.
let me see if I can figure out where we are
One
on
more
this.
year, bro. And then you can
Are
buy
we
another.
are we at the main event now? Or is there another one?
I think they're considering Bodoni and Pedro the main event because it's for the title.
So
And
they
then-
switched it. Is that what we figured out?
I don't know if they switched it, but I think that's why they're considering
this-
it a main event.
But is this Giancarlo now? So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
bring him out next.
Yeah, Giancarlo versus Pedro. I think that's the technical
They're
main
calling
event.
it a main event.
Yeah, because it's a title.
But it's not the final match.
No, it's not the final match. I think it's still going to be Pedro.
But how
because
can you
it's a
be the final match and
special
then the main
match.
event? I don't understand what that means.
Special.
No.
Special.
Special match
It's
in the
not
80s.
a main event without Gordon. They stripped the title away from the main event because Gordon wasn't in it.
It's so
And they're
wild.
like, well, you're not the main event anymore.
I
We're
mean,
gonna put it right
sure.
before you.
And I do understand if you say that for your person that's your 7-figure show pony.
Yeah.
But I still can't call the one that doesn't go last the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh no, that's ADCC announcer was the worst. I had to mute her. Okay, Duarte lifts. Let me point this out to you. That's Leanne, who was the Pride announcer. So if you have any respect for the OG fight community, you do have to give her props. Now, where I feel they did her a disservice was letting her say complete sentences continuously on. Like, they didn't just have like a, here's JT Torres. It was like, and now coming to the match, JT Torres. And you go,
It was rough.
okay, that's a
I
lot.
think my favorite was when she announced all 16 competitors the day, like, it was like a 4-hour intro.
It took a while. And I just thought to myself, again, it's not a knock on her, it's actually the producers. So you have to blame the people who are putting together the show. Because if you work on any other television production, you wouldn't go up to the talent and be like, fuck you. You would go to the producers and say, well, she's really good. Why did you let her go on that long? You did her a disservice.
There's a request
So-
for Wong to do more Wagner.
Oh, so there's a request for Wong. Do you have more Wagner
I can't believe
jokes?
so many people.
Not so many
That
people,
was
just
one
one
person.
person.
One person.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You don't.
He's
You
a
have
great guy.
zero.
He's a great
zero
guy.
more.
I changed
Never
my
met
mind.
him, but he's a great guy.
He offered me a fight sports fight kit. $60 rap card.
Is
He
it
convinced
because
me.
now they've run out of people who are at Fight Sports that you've become a member of Fight
Listen,
Sports?
I don't want to go down to Florida and get jumped by a bunch of Brazilians. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Look at what the people on the internet say.
It says, too bad Who's Number One can't give us a token gi match. Now, if you're Mika Galvo and you can't match that guy up in a gi match, I think that's on you. I get that you want to keep things consistent and easy for things to follow. But if you want to give anybody a gi match, I think you give Galvo a fucking match because I think he would make it interesting on especially this rule format.
That's probably the only person I would want to watch in a gi.
Because that dude telling you I'm going to turn down a no-gi match is absolutely insane not to have him on these cards. So, yeah, that was really disappointing. And it says, it was dramatic and long and hitting the vowels way too... You're the first person to ever yell at anybody for using vowels aggressively. Duarte lifts. Just want to say. Who do you guys got on the main event? Well, I've asked Wong this, but... Senor Michael Frosto, who do you have in the main event, sir?
I have Bodoni.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think
Bodini.
Duarte lifts was maybe referring to the Nicky Rod.
If we're going off that,
Don't by boring control.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who did you just put under
not
the
Bodoni.
bus?
We're talking about Rodriguez.
Hold on. You just said by boring control?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
It's gonna be boring.
He didn't watch Bodoni becoming dangerous, so he doesn't know how dangerous he is. He
He's
just
great.
thinks he does boring control, but
It is boring control.
he's very dangerous.
He's really good at
He's
it, though.
number one at light heavyweight.
Yes, I know. He's the best. He's the number one at boring control, like Gordon Ryan.
I'm pretty sure he has finishes.
Bro, but it's boring control.
He doesn't get smother tapped either.
But he gets it. The reason why he gets it is boring control, bro.
I'm so sorry. Wong, the name of this show is not Who's Number One Hater, because we would know who that is,
Bro,
Michael
I
Wong.
literally think that boring control is the most exciting thing.
No, you don't. That's not how you just put it over. You literally just went the
That's
opposite.
literally my whole ideal game.
I think that is your game.
It is your game, but you
Without
just
the control.
undersold it.
It's just boring. Ooh, nice little trick.
And it says, curious, but is King Gordon at the match tonight? I mean, if he was there, I'm pretty sure he'd be in the restroom for most of the night.
Yeah.
So, undetermined. But I thought he made the travel out, so it would stand that he is in there somewhere, right?
What if Gordon Ryan dies?
No, he's not going to die. And if he dies, you know what he would do? He would want us to talk shit about him.
Yeah.
Like, that's the unfortunate part about what he opens up on his trash talking.
What if he gets really sick and dies, bro?
And thank you,
Nogi goat.
tricycle mishap. It says, Pride Lady is best in some dosages. She is quite good. It's just, again, a whole hour worth of her talking like that.
She's good for Pride because that represented Pride.
I
And that
still
was
don't.
its- ooh,
I-
nice.
Uh-oh. Pedro Marino coming in with aggression right now.
Worth mentioning, this is the first Who's Number One in a while we've had on a very big stage, so we don't want anyone.
Let me clarify that boring
What
control.
does that even
is
mean?
really
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have a chat with Kendall
I
a
say
little bit
it's- I say
later.
it's tongue-in-cheek,
I don't know what
but,
that means.
I say tongue in cheek, but it's really good. It's better to be boring control than anything else.
Oh, you're still on this. I thought I had very nicely
Yeah.
segued away
I
from
got
that for
excited.
you.
I got excited when I saw him get the foot sweep.
Okay. But you literally just called him boring.
It is boring, but it's better to be boring.
Wong, you're boring.
That's probably true.
It is true.
It
Thank
is.
Couldn't
you.
even come up with Wagner jokes on the spot.
I know.
Man, everyone gives
Left me
Wagner
high and dry.
Everyone gives Wagner a bad rap. You know?
You literally
gave
were
him
the
a bad
person
rap.
to give him the baddest rap.
No, he's a great guy though.
He's a great guy.
Never met him. I hear he's tight.
I'm so glad that you approach it like it's a roast.
let
No,
me-
no.
if
He's a
I'm
great
over there,
guy.
can I
Great
please
guy.
train
Great
your
guy.
gym?
Great guy. Don't
Sorry.
let kids in your gym though around him. Want to point this out.
For real
and it
though,
says,
don't put your kids in martial arts.
It says, I
Just
want Rodriguez to win because I like him, but I think Pena will win since he was training hard AF to beat Gordon.
I think Nicky Rod's going to put a lot of pressure
Okay.
to stifle Felipe, and it will look exactly similar to the JT match where it's just good control, good clinching, very limited movement, and he'll win on judge's decision.
Okay.
Oh, bro, he got the Roddy lock.
What did you call it?
The Roddy lock.
What
That's
is
what
the-
he calls it.
He calls it the Roddy lock?
Like the Nick Rodriguez body lock.
Ugh. Let's not call it that.
Body Roddy.
Roddy lock. But yeah,
In case
Nick
you're
Rodriguez.
wondering, there's not a smoke machine near here. However,
No, we just have the
Yeah,
return of
Tenz's
Andreas
our
over.
vape machine.
10P4L, bro.
Yeah, you can leave
Favorite
10p, but
technique is the
10p never
vaporizer.
leaves you.
No, a recovery.
Hey, look at this. This is the McGangster says, added you. Thanks. Cheers to you. Where are we right now? We're on this one.
That one.
Yo, cheers to you. Thank you so much for subscribing. You're a beast, and I bet you are incredibly difficult to pass. So cheers to you. Thank you very much. The McGangster. So, wait, is the McGangster something I can order at McDonald's?
I would hope.
I would hope so.
Yep. I'd get
Sounds
to.
like something.
Yo, how long is the Shamrock Shake in here?
Filet fishes are on special starting next week. 2 for $6.
No, they were added in February.
Yeah.
That's the build-up.
Bro, I'm gonna fuck up.
Single leg.
Pedro Marino trying to chop down a leg.
Low leg kick. Straight
He's chopping.
That's a straight up kick. Look, the
Look at that.
referee.
And the sheepdog response of one Giancarlo says no. Tim Kennedy says, I don't go down like that,
If
sir.
I'm Giancarlo, I'm throwing a knee up the middle.
You throwing it
I'm throwing a knee, bro. If you're gonna Muay Thai
going.
kick me in the leg,
This should just be a CBJJ match now.
Oh,
Frausto,
here we
have
go.
you ever had
That's what
anybody
Danner taught him.
questionably knee you while grappling, while standing up like that?
not to, well, yes.
Yes, okay.
Trying to break a grip. Trying to break a grip.
Sure. And they accidentally just hit you
A little
in the
too
stomach?
high.
A little too
I was like,
yeah.
oh, I'm really
I've had-
flexible.
I've had the
Well,
old,
you I know for
knuckle
sure.
swat up the all of a
Knuckle.
sudden wrestling up and they just knuckle swat you. I don't know what the fuck they need to go knuckles up for, but yeah, I've gotten that.
Understood.
Giancarlo walking Pedro down.
Well, I think he's got to get some respect back, honestly. I think after that, I think he looked at him and was like, oh, I see how
Another
playing.
shin
We're
kick.
playing prison rules, are we?
So are they just trying to out alpha each other here?
I think so. And you'll notice there's like a half mercy game, half club and dig game. What are we talking about, Jake? Okay.
No, he's saying he's consistent pressure, you know.
Yeah, that's great. You know what that gives you as sorry.
Oh, we got Pedro Marino winning. I
Oh,
would say on
blue.
that. Based on
He's all the
chops.
Gracie Baja people.
Yeah, there you go. See? He saw the color and he saw blue, ready to go.
That seems like something you hypnotize somebody to kill with.
Yeah, exactly.
He literally just was like under hypnosis and goes,
Yeah,
blue?
you know
Yeah,
what? That's
murder
happened a few
somebody.
times
Kill.
during this card. It's the judges call out and then people go.
Yeah.
Pedro Marino showing why he
Pattern.
is a champ.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean,
is the new wave guy gonna leg lock the other guy, or is he gonna get smashed?
I think, it'd be nice to see Pedro kind of continue using this pressure because I think the hard part is.
Oh,
Woo! Shut up, Jake. He barely passed him. It says,
Kendall
Duarte,
Russo
I
is
added you. That's really good. Okay, I want to see a comment here that we had from Triangle Mishap that says, I'm going with Pena tonight. He's got something to prove, and he wants payback from his 80cc loss to, well, it wasn't J-Rod. I'm pretty sure he didn't lose to J-Rod.
And Rod.
I don't
And
think you
also
can
has
say
his
that.
Tricycle.
I did, yeah, I recognize that. Here's what you have to recognize
close.
when you do this. You just have to forge ahead without actually acknowledging it. So, tricycle, mishap, I spent so much. Oh, he
hey,
did.
it's
Oh, he did connect it. Okay, he did put a correction there. Good for you. I like that we've made so many love connections on the Discord. You guys can also follow us at Grappling Hour on our Discord. We have questions of the day. We have quality content. If you guys ever want to see previews of the interviews that I put up as well, I'm just saying, join our Discord. And if you put in your grappling rolling, like videos of that, we'll give you some notes. And we've got some pretty impressive people on there. I actually did a note of how many black
Giancarlo
belts,
doesn't lose.
and it's actually pretty good. How's that going for you?
It's kind of cold in here.
It's cold, but you keep like.
That's why.
So you're doing that to build
Trying
up
to
some
warm up.
warmth.
Yeah, you got to keep the lungs warm. It's a good way to get your lungs going.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Got to make them work.
It's getting close.
So we're about the halfway mark right now. I'm still looking over here, and I'm thinking if you're just going by aggression, you have to respect Pedro's like pressure, his intensity, and the fact that Giancarlo hasn't had a really distinguishable moment yet.
No. Pedro kind of took the steering wheel, as they say.
all
Especially
depends on
once he
Bob.
heard his color. Once he saw his color, he knew it was go time. So
You know what that is? Okay, Andy, I think I realized something, and this is something we should give to the head coach here.
yes, sir.
I think in the future, if we're at a tournament and we really need to hype up our guys, I think we just need to hear you go and watch them just
Look,
turn
see,
their
look.
shit up.
Good attempt.
They must have heard me do it again. That was a false one. You ever see boxers when they hear the 10-second clap?
Yep.
And they look like idiots. They look towards the clap, like, oh, is the round over? Like, no, you should know that you don't look at the guy that just snapped.
No.
The 10-second mark. So you got a minute and a half before
telling
we
you,
hear
I
about
think-
who's winning.
I think that's the new battle cry. I think that shit's gonna do
The fucking
Yeah,
sound
the best.
barrier
We'll find
being
a new one.
broken.
I'm gonna challenge him.
It says right here, CNX himself, will you guys stream the match? Cannot stress this enough. No, we will not, because people know who I am, and you're poor. However, we will give you play-by-play, and we'll give you the majority of what's happening. For example, right now, you're seeing Pedro Marino, while still kind of trying to pass, putting tons of pressure on Giancarlo
Took between
Bodoni.
a knee shield and
And he very well could, but for the most part, I do think that if you are judging just based on aggression, he is winning.
Yeah, but Nani doesn't look too sharp tonight.
no,
You don't think
He looks like a half step off each time. Even on his entry, some of his attempts, he looks like a half step behind.
Okay. Why do you feel that?
Some of his grips are a little bit slower. I think the pace of Marino, I think he's dealing with his hand fighting pretty frequently.
Okay.
And he's not able to capitalize on it. He
Well-
starts to get momentum in one direction. The second he loses it, there's no follow-up. He kind of stops, resets, and starts all over again.
I want to point this out, Wong. You look actually offended by this match. What's happening over here?
It's because he started playing guard.
Okay, so guard offends you.
Yeah, guard
Are you
doesn't work,
ready?
bro.
Okay. I think we're about. I'm gonna put the camera over
And
on
this
you.
is how he got smother choked.
it got blue.
The dumb
I
part
got
is
blue.
they still haven't done it, so they're conferring with each other. When
Yeah.
I think it's the outside.
No,
We
that is
got a
not
red.
a confirmation.
Oh. It was close.
It's very
Close
sad
leg
because
entry.
I do feel like at this point you almost want, if you're Giancarlo, you probably want to stand up. I know it may not be the world's easiest thing to do, and maybe you've kind of put it in the game plan to play from your guard, but you're kind of behind.
Not doing much. Yeah, you got 4 minutes.
Bro, your documentary just came out about becoming dangerous. Be dangerous, bro.
Wow.
You have to take a risk at
Andy
this
with
point.
the disrespect. It's so.
I'm sorry. You got 5 minutes left in this round. You got to do something.
Andy
bud.
literally came up to me and was like, "That documentary was good." And right
was.
now, he's literally
Good,
saying,
but it's like
"Why are we talking about permission? What the fuck does that even mean?" Jake and I are gonna have words after this. I think I'm gonna text him and be like, "Bro, I can't with whatever you're doing."
Oh, weaves in for a leg.
Nope. Yeah, see, there's no
Giancarlo's trying to
follow-up. He
weave
comes
in
back
for a
and he
leg, but I don't
stops.
think he has much there.
starts an entry, gets shut down, and then just jumps.
Yep.
Frankie Martinez says, Wong looks like he has a job interview in 10 minutes with that collar on.
I like to look sharp.
Collar's not even out. That's the worst part.
That
It's
is
tucked
the
into
best
crew
part.
neck.
I know the collar's not even out.
Should I pop it out?
They gotta. I mean,
Come
that's
on.
what they
Why
say.
do you-
Pop your collar?
You look like
Pop
an
your
extra
collar.
on Goodwill Hunting right
How
now.
does he look now, Frankie? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Wong
He
looks like he
got
taught
the
me
job
math.
Chipotle manager now.
Wong also has to go teach his college course tonight after this, so everybody, please give
By the
this
way,
man
his
some
dream
space.
job is to be a manager at Chipotle.
I did learn something about
What is that?
teaching.
Yeah?
It's, as long as people think that you know something, you know something.
Okay. Maybe you went to the wrong college. I'm not
No.
sure that college was the right choice for you.
You just have to convince people that like you're telling them like good stuff. It doesn't actually have to be good.
When did you come to that realization, Wong?
One day when I did a really bad job coaching, people were like, "Oh, that was a great class." I was like, "What?"
By the way, he does not teach here at this academy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
There was a day that I was like, I didn't do a good job, and people were like, "That was a great job." I was like,
And that day was Tuesday.
Yep.
And the Tuesday
That was
before that.
yesterday.
And yesterday.
Most of the time I do a pretty good job though. You know?
Frankie just said, much better. And then added, fake it until you make it, Wong.
There you go.
LMAO.
That's the better way to say it.
Yeah.
That's
like-
the non-malicious way to say
I'm
it.
so glad that you basically just admitted there was one day, but only one that I taught, and it was not good. And I was disappointed in myself, and these idiots thought I taught them well. How dare they?
It was a long time ago. Fight like the challenger, bro.
No.
You fight like the champion, or you fight like the challenger. And right now, Giancarlo is the challenger.
Okay, so what people don't understand on this perspective is when you are on the microphone and you've been on for 2 to 3 hours, you do have to try and make all of this interesting. And sometimes things just kind of repeat themselves. So you will find yourself angling up on your voice to go, are you the champion or are you the challenger? And it kind of gets a little weird. So I do sympathize with that. It's just, it does come off a little silly. So Jake, love you, bro. But
You want to know something
yikes.
funny?
What's that?
Oh,
The boring control, it just happened, but I predicted the wrong guy.
Uh-oh.
It was
did he
Pedro.
really just
He's the
hype
one.
up a failed scissor attempt?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You're out of options, bro.
That's where we're at.
I mean,
He said, "Wow, did you see the speed on that? With the fail? Yeah, I saw that."
meanwhile, over at Unrivaled Grappling, Andrew Tackett was victorious by submission. So congratulations to him.
congratulations.
And thanks to our friends.
Sit down, son.
Thanks to our friends over at Train Angry for putting that this way. Jesus.
It's still the month of love. My boy just got swept off his feet.
Yeah, Bodoni not looking like an ADCC champ right now.
Not at all. But Pedro Marino looking like a champ right now, though.
Well,
And
I will
in
be.
about 20 seconds, he'll remain the light heavyweight champ.
I will
Yep.
be quite honest. Pedro is kind of really perfect for this rule set. I think it works to him.
Oh, a little
I think-
swatting here.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh. Womp womp.
I got Pedro Marino.
Oh, you know, I think that's a solid choice.
I don't know, Bodoni, you think took it?
You don't want to see it. You hate to see it.
Well, I don't hate to see him win. I just hate to see the whatever ear thing he just did.
You hate to see that the high-level black belt stuff is just like one takedown and stay on top, and then nothing happens.
But it's more so when you get matched up with somebody that it's very
Look at this
difficult
foot
to
sweep.
implement.
That was the first one.
Okay.
that
Show
was
me
cool.
the second, please.
Second.
Whoa. This should be it.
No,
No? Oh,
No,
you're
this
right.
is the
No, this
chops.
is
the shin kick. Let me see
He
this
just kicks
last
him.
one. This is the last. No. That's the
That
official
was the
double leg.
takedown. Right after the woo.
And
Who's
props
talking
up.
right now?
What's
On
that?
Who's talking on the commentary?
That's Jake Watson.
Okay.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Wong's assessing.
That's the one. That's beautiful. You laugh at that? Oh my God, Wong. Heartless.
One more angle, please. One more angle. Oh my God.
If they just add the Benny Hill
That
music
was just
after
a
that,
kick. That was not a foot sweep. It was just a kick.
let me see. Where y'all streaming? As in, where are we broadcasting out of? We are out of. Hold on. Okay. I thought you got the dog. If you had Ghost, I was about to be really excited.
Why,
But you just got
you
your
want
phone.
Ghost in here as a cameo?
Ghost can always make a cameo. I got no issue with that. I was going to say this, which is, listen, I'm very happy for Pedro. He's a friend of the show. So is Giancarlo. So on this one, we kind of had to be Switzerland. But it is what it is. If I come down here to Duarte Lifts, where are y'all streaming? We are broadcasting out of New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, which is located in beautiful Sherman Oaks, California. And we are definitely not underwater right now.
Nope, we're
No,
good.
we are fine.
If you guys can head over to Instagram.com and follow New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, that would be greatly appreciated.
It'd be great. You guys really should follow the content. Not only do they have great peeks into training, and you can sometimes see myself or other people who are in attendance here today, but you can also see some great techniques. You've been throwing up a lot more techniques now, and my man does not shoot shitty footage. So it is always great whenever I see him put up a new little technique or footage. I have to say, when I've interviewed Pedro, he was very nice, incredibly sincere. I think this is a good moment for him. I'm happy that he did get the win.
And as far as that goes, I mean, you're the champ now once again. What would you like to see in your future? Anyone in particular?
Oh, he wants Miragali. Okay.
Absolutely. I hope you can see it. Congratulations.
Just trying to take out Team New Wave.
Absolutely, one by one. This is a very awkward crowd shot, by the way. Oof. Let's not do that.
Hi, Jake. Jake,
I'm going to
Jake,
have,
Jake.
again, a long conversation with Jake will be had. So, Wong just left. But, okay. So, when I just said Ghost, who is Ghost?
Ghost is my girlfriend's dog.
How old is Ghost?
He is 16. 16 years old.
That's amazing.
He's an old man. He's deaf and probably about 90% blind at this point. You can probably see about 1.5 feet in front of him.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Wong is back,
Wong,
actually.
what did you just grab? What is that, a pizza? Yeah, grab me a pizza then.
We have buffalo chicken. We have 3 cheese. We have meat lover.
Meat lover.
2.
1 for now.
1 big one.
Fuck,
Raph
give me
loves
2.
meat.
God damn it.
2 it is.
So when you see commercials like this
Yes.
for Daisy Fresh, and then it's kind of that throwback vibe,
Yep.
do you ever think to yourself, oh, I can make one of these? And why don't I make one of these for New Ground?
I mean, not in that style, but
You don't want to copy it.
not only copy, but that style fits them,
Yeah.
given like the lifestyle of living in a laundromat, the team that they have,
Yeah.
like the friendship off the mat. They have that vibe
Also,
of like home
aren't
video
they
style.
done living in the laundromat now?
I think yes, but
thought
they
they moved.
built a less sturdier place for themselves. So
Fair enough. I want to I want to point this out. Frankie just said he went to his interview, and that has to be in reference to Wong. We said where he went. And it said she is thick. Okay, not commenting on that. She's a friend of the show. I want to go ahead and go over to the right side here. This is Ghost.
This is Ghost. Ghost, you're a sweetheart. Look at you. Ghost, the punk rock old man.
Oh my God.
Punk rock tail.
Look at this. Oh my God. That's a punk rock tail indeed. I don't know if people can see that. That's freaking amazing.
It's okay. It's safe die. Don't worry.
I mean, the thing is Ghost, you could tell, a little shy to be
Just a
on
little.
network television or internet
It's
network
not really
television.
his thing. He's from the old school, as they say.
Yeah, but the thing about Ghost is sweet.
He's a sweetheart.
Look at this. Look at this guy.
His wild times are behind him, but you know. he
Aren't they
understands-
behind us
he
all,
under- he
though?
under- yeah, honestly, yeah. He understands where he's at. You know, sometimes I look at him and he reminds me to stay humble. Because, yeah, sometimes age catches up with you.
Absolutely.
So when he barks at something randomly a foot and a half away from him, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
So I have my dogs. They are
Adorable.
they are okay. Lucy is about 5.5, I think,
Okay.
and Moira is 2 now. And you know, Lucy's in a stage where she's like chilling and just don't bug me.
Yeah.
I just want to do my thing.
Yeah,
I just want to
he's-
be on this pillow. Whereas Moira's like, woof,
Yeah.
woof,
no,
woof, 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 woof.
It's pretty crazy because he just, I don't know, he just hangs out, man.
He just hangs out.
He just hangs out. He barks at you for attention sometimes every
Okay.
now and then.
I mean, who doesn't?
My roommate has a cat, and Ghost sometimes thinks the cat's around him, so he'll randomly bark at empty hallways because he might smell the cat around. No, I'm good right now. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I want to point this out. Camilla, you actually have the funniest version of asking for a link, which is who have the Russian link to Sir This Fights. So I want to point this out. The rest of you who ask for links to the fight, you got to be like this because I don't roast this. This is amazing. The rest of you are like, hey, who got the link? Nah, we're going to roast you. But that's awesome. What does Ghost like to do? Hold on. What did you just say here, Wong?
Not what they sound like.
That's not what they sound like?
It would be like, oh, the link.
Wow. Wow.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have a link?
What are Ghost's favorite pastimes?
You know what? He really likes to get into shit, to be honest with you. He likes barking at cats. He likes barking at random people sometimes. In his youth, he would be in the wild.
Okay.
He has a big friend, Sven, who lives in Tehachapi, a Great Pyrenees. Kind of likes to play the alpha game with him sometimes, so there's that. But yeah, don't let him fool you. He's small, but the man's an alpha. He kind of walks around big, as you'd say.
Understood.
He has a big
Understood.
personality to him. If you could tell already, like, you know, he doesn't really care that he's here. He enjoys being on podcasts. You know, I let him know he was gonna be here. He just took it. You know, he took the pressure head on. I don't know if most would be able to take it. you
Uh-oh.
know. But yeah, he's got that dog in them.
Oh. Hold on. Go right ahead. Go.
Is that when you ask for a single slider, you get a whole bowl.
You
of
really do.
sliders.
Yeah.
So
This is perfect.
let me point this out.
Point it out.
This is a confusing question because this goes 2 ways.
Okay.
And I'm not sure he understands how he's asking this question.
Oh.
But Talkin' Jit says, who's the videographer in this group? I just started this YouTube channel and plan on dropping some BJJ content, but def not a videographer. Tips and tricks using Canon 90D. So here's where things get weird.
Okay.
All these cameras and all this is me. But I would say an amazing videographer is sitting to my left, your right, and this man. So, would you like to start with either your familiarity or do you want to speak on what you use that could maybe point them in a good direction?
Oy. I'm actually not familiar with the Canon 90D. Sounds familiar. I'm just trying to. I don't remember specifically much about it. At least for me, when it comes to any sort of DSLR, lens is key. I mean, you can find any good lens for any body of camera. So the camera's not that important. The lens is more important. So as long as you're getting that taken care of, your footage will be fine. I will say, however, for BJJ content, if you're going to be doing tutorials or explanation videos, good audio That's what you need. Good audio. That's all I care about. For us, it's actually tough in this environment because it's such a big space that it echoes. So when you're trying to do explanations, it's not the best. You can understand, but it's not enjoyable. I prefer good, clean audio. So find yourself a good microphone, I would say. Outside of that, if you have an iPhone, iPhones actually do really great video. 4K footage, really good for YouTube as well. So I would try that. It's a DSLR, yeah. Gimbal necessary? No, not necessary. Actually, what I would do, I don't know if you have an iPhone. I have a gimbal for my iPhone. Much cheaper and a lot more usable because you can use it all the time. So if you're in the gym and you're filming rolls or you're filming people, you know, just around the gym space, to be able to take your phone out and just pop it on a gimbal and then just go, perfect. When you're getting a gimbal for like a DSLR, it takes like 15 to 20 minutes to set up and like rig it properly. So I don't think necessary for your DSLR, but for a phone, beautiful. It makes a big difference, I think.
Agree, concur with all that. If you're doing interviews, don't worry about, again, camera as much as the lens. Lens. Part of what makes this shot so decent is the fact that we have the right lens for an interview setup. I wouldn't recommend this because it's a pretty big lens for techniques and whatnot. You can do it, but as he just mentioned, trying to balance that shit, on a gimbal, the worst. So, I would tell you, do that. Audio is always great. Get a good mixer. And more importantly, be very clear on what kind of content you want to create. Because I'm seeing people do really, really well on almost doing that CGI, like them on a green screen, them talking through clips of other stuff. And those things do well. So you don't always have to have like premium. But if you make premium a priority, you have to be consistent with it. And I think that's really, really important to note. And I know that you said you have a Galaxy S2. That's great. You can also pick up like lav mics to work off of the gimbal, off of your phone. It'll make you sound pretty pristine. However, if you are making interview content, ignore all of that advice because I don't want it to be better than mine.
Send us your YouTube channel so we can go subscribe to you.
Absolutely. I see here Duarte Lift says, I do gym workouts. I'll probably add my BJJ to my channel. You should, honestly. Absolutely. Whatever your niche is, do it. Like, there is an audience for it, I promise you. Sometimes it takes a little extra work. And I got a note here that says Giancarlo versus Pedro already happened. It did, and Pedro ended up winning via decision pretty dominantly.
Very dominant.
And Tricycle Mishap says, not a good night for New Wave tonight. Not really, honestly.
No, Oliver got dominated as well.
And Talking Jit says, nice, y'all are awesome. We just try to help out, man, because that is only one part of the battle. Everything else is marketing, content, identifying what makes you different, and finesse. So that's a lot to do. And Duarte Lift says, New Wave got clapped.
Yeah.
Rematch here, though.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't know their sexual orientations or any of their STDs, but sure, yes, it is possible they did. Wong, thank you so much for getting us some food.
Welcome.
It's very nice of you. What are you eating right now?
You guys really deserve a really good gunk.
Yes.
What's gunk?
I don't know what a gunk is.
Okay.
It sounds like something the kids say. But we did go around and talk about who had what.
Whoa, Nicky
but I
Rod.
will come on over very quickly. Wong, who do you have on this one?
Nicky.
You have Nicky,
He's
Rod.
got the Roddy lock.
Okay.
Top
And
position.
by top position, just that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
He's gonna pass it. Then
I don't think
Andy?
Andy's going to make the same mistake of letting Nicky Rod get body locks.
I think I got Nicky as
Penny
well.
was preparing for Gordon. He doesn't believe in the byline.
I got
I
paid.
think Nicky could. Maybe Nicky could find his way to the back at some point.
Okay. Does anybody here feel better that this is just a 30-minute match, though?
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy about that. No dealing with the possible hour of sitting through this. So, yeah.
I mean, that's the hard part about Felipe versus Gordon 3, which was, yeah, I could kind of see wanting to go into a time limit if you were doing it the day after somebody that you knew was murdered. Not just died,
Murdered. Yeah, specify that. Murdered. Oh. Big difference between a friend passing
was
and
dirty.
being murdered.
What was dirty, Wong?
But I like it.
Oh God. Okay, that got weird.
Did you
But
see
go
that?
ahead.
He literally strip kicked him.
Kicked him in the chest.
Like he didn't like put his foot on him and push. He like stomp
Stomped
kicked
on
him.
him.
Like up kick style.
Can I point out the weirdest thing that I've heard Felipe Pena and Gordon back and forth? I still don't 100% get chubby baby.
I don't get it either.
Like every time he refers to him, he goes, "Oh, you my chubby baby," and I go, "Is Gordon chubby? Like, what are we talking about here?"
However, Felipe is the GOAT because he changed his profile
Okay.
that says 80cc champ making people walk away from fights with diarrhea.
That's a pretty good one.
That's
You know what? The
legit.
chubby baby makes more sense now.
That's clean.
Like, if I showed up on a 10-round Tuesday here at Newground and started going, "Listen to you, look at you, Wong, you chubby baby.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You get out of here now.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you a chubby baby."
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Oh, shit. This dude actually has a definition. A gunk is when a big streamer put a low-profile streamer who's doing it live at the moment at his streamer to help them get follows.
Whoa. I had no idea that was a thing.
Thank you for defining that. Did not know that.
You a big time streamer?
How you were talking shit to me.
It's hard at his streams.
Skunk just usually means crap build up around things, if you ask me.
Unless it's Punch Gunk, which is not a sponsor, so we're not going to shout them out. Generally favorable, though.
Oh my God, Nicky Rod is almost in a body lock. Surprise. Oh, he's on
Fighting
top
that
of
knee
Shield. What's gonna happen? Check the
Philippe's
match.
Well, you're
mainly
the
been
only
playing.
person to be like, "Ooh, body lock, original."
Original.
Oh, just
Knee
check the
shield,
match every time with
ooh.
Nicky Rod. Look.
Wow, look
He's
at
on
that
his
knee
knees,
shield.
He's pushing. He tries to get you sit up so he can body lock you. But he's gonna be on his knees. He's gonna do this. He's gonna stay on his knees until you sit up and start doing seated. Look. Nothing's happening. Then he goes back to his knees.
Why are you so mean to these people?
He's like the top level competitor, but like he's not willing
It's
to.
like I'm supposed to explain to people that these guys are dangerous,
No.
but
What is happening?
Jones is the greatest troll. That he is.
that is true.
Craig Jones's material with Gordon this past week has been phenomenal.
Craig Jones trolled us. We took a seminar from him. Didn't show us one leg lock. That was what a troll. That was a troll move, if you ask me.
Which, by the way, I thought it was
a
really
lot of
dope. When
money.
you, how
was a
did
good
you
leg.
land him? How did that happen? And how did that all come together?
So he posted that he was going to be in LA, and he said he was going to be here for like 2 or 3 days. I reached out to him originally and asked him what, it was originally just for a private. It was like, hey, I'll be out here for privates. So I reached out to him to see what the rate was. Immediately said no. And a buddy of mine, I guess, hit him up at the same time, and he was willing to do a group private. So my buddy asked him, up to how many can be in the group? He said 6. So I was like, okay, it's not really a group, it's a class. But he was like, I'm down if you're down. So I happened to be teaching class at the time. I looked at 2 of my students. I was like, hey, if we got Craig Jones in here for X amount of dollars, would you guys be interested? Instantly, they were like, yes. I was like, cool, we got 4 right out the gate, like within minutes. So at that point, I was like, yeah, just book them. I'll find the other 2. So we booked them. We got everyone in, and I was here for an hour, went over some stuff. But I will say, I asked him at the very end. We got to ask, some Q&A, and I said, what are some good drills for either beginners learning leg locks or understanding the different positions within leg locks? His response was, I wouldn't even worry about that. I would just work on, attacking upper and lower body. I was like, oh, okay. You want to show me something that would help that? So not much information there.
Sure.
But the stuff he did show was cool. Wong's actually used a lot of it. I have not.
I got my money for.
Yep, that's exactly the way I thought that would go. Okay,
Yep.
great. I want to point this out. We have a few comments. One of which says, Coach Casey, look at these guys. No, look at you, Coach Casey.
Oh, man.
And look at you with your own
I'll be out-
animated icon.
I'll be out there in May, Coach Casey.
You're going to be out there in May?
I'll be out in Vegas, hopefully May 6th, playing with the band. So hopefully I get some training in with Coach Casey.
So, fun fact about Coach Casey. He will be pissed if you don't go.
I know. He actually told me to show up back in August after the seminar. So I need to make my way out there.
When Casey was following me on my Instagram and saw me in Vegas going to other gyms because we have a lot of friends, he literally messaged me and was like, where the fuck are you? And I go,
a
bro,
good
I
man.
plan to come to your gym, Coach Casey. Chill, bro. And he was like, no, I want you to train here. And I go, I'm here now, dude. He cares. That's a coach that cares. Know that. I see here, Twan Wave says Nicky Rod got the dub. Not yet, but what are we doing here?
Is he greased?
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Wow. Was this a request by Gordon to have them wiped down? Wow. All right.
Less chubby baby, more
Grease
clever
skate.
baby. Look at that.
More slippery baby here, huh?
Slippery baby indeed. I see a note here. Talking Jit
is
says
so good for
Gordo was right. Okay. And it just, Coach Casey says, I'm just sensitive. No, it's okay. I wasn't treating you like a scorned lover. I just love the fact that you were like, I see you're at a different gym. That's cool. I was like, fam, we got a lot of friends here. But I always, when I go to Vegas, everybody knows that, I always stop at 10th Planet at least once, if not more. Usually more, because the selection of classes, you can hit it at 6 a.m. And the thing is, my family doesn't love that I train a ton when I go on vacation. But my wife is like, if you go at 6 a.m., that's perfectly fine. And I meet them back for a lovely lunch. So I get time to go see my friends at 10th Planet Las Vegas. Not just one places,
any
two.
other 6 a.m. that has as many
I
students
know, it's
as Coach
insane.
Casey.
It's fucking
It is
insane.
wild.
Uh-oh. Chubby baby trying to finish it right here.
There's like
Have you ever
60
seen-
people rolling at 6 a.m.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's awesome.
What?
It's
Have you ever seen
great.
Any match where the competitor got wiped down?
Yeah.
Have?
A few. Not
But
recently.
I think the
I
weird
never-
part
it's my
is,
first time seeing it.
I think it was done deliberately. I think that's flow in on the this
they're
is
bringing
good
out
for
more towels.
conversation. But look at the expression on Nicky Rod's face. He's looking like, yo, Gordon's not in this match, but he might as well be. It seems like this is his doing, kind of a thing. Red Quell says, how's the match going? They keep stopping it so that they can wipe down both competitors. And if this is a Felipe Pena request, I guess it's not without its due. It's just Nicky Rod is also wearing a rash guard here, so
Nicky
that
has
tends
the
to be
lock.
a little bit less slipperiness. And Nicky Rod does have that body lock. He is just hunkering down. There's nothing too great.
And
And
got the underhook.
Tricycle Mishap says, B Cream versus B Cream. Yes, potentially.
Craig
And-
Jones gave Felipe Pena a bottle of bee cream. He used it. Nicky Rod has his own bee cream. He used it.
And Tricycle Mishap says, chubby babies do wear diapers, though. Yes, that is fair. I will give you that. Earlier in the broadcast,
Nice body lock.
Matthew Rodriguez said, Nicky Rod by Twister. I think Nicky Rod is won by a few things. Twister is a reach, but you never know.
Working on half guard defense. Since they were doing the Gordon prep, right?
It said Sloan
I mean, he's framing that arm well.
got wiped down with Rinum. So that is true. And it says, it's all the juice coming through the pores. I mean,
The natural juice?
it is definitely Capri Sun coming through. Everybody knows that. And it says, at least it isn't like how GSP had his corner to re-grease him in between rounds. First of all, that's the GOAT we're talking about.
Grease
Second
gate.
of all, kind of odd that GSP is someone who got accused of greasing, who was coached by none other than who? Just saying. Takes one to know one. And it says the twister was a joke. No, I feel you, bro.
Sorry, I was a little late on that, guys. Sorry.
I was trying to be polite.
Nick Rod winning.
Nicky Rod and the Roddy Lock is getting him the judges right now.
So they do this one every 10 minutes on this one?
Seems like it.
Okay, so the inception
No,
noise.
I still think
Was it every 5?
Yeah, I still think it's every
Because
5.
I missed that first 5.
They
if
were
that's
early
the case.
on
It's
there.
every third of the match.
Oh, is it? Oh, Nicky let go of the body lock.
I think he's just trying for that clean pass at this point.
Those 3 weeks of strength and conditioning are going to put in work right now.
Just 3 weeks?
Those 3 weeks of
Wasn't
Galvao
it 3
strength and
months?
conditioning are working.
Galvao's 3 weeks. Got it.
Yeah. I don't think he was there for 3 months doing strength and conditioning with him.
It's a hard thing to quantify, honestly. Do you feel like this is the better match that we were supposed to get? And I'll ask this to Wong.
Was that?
Do you feel like this is a better or even match?
It's very like stalematy. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been like Nicky Rod not really doing anything, trying to get to the body lock, and these last 2 times. he got-
Nice
Wow.
recovery. Damn.
Just gracefully spins right into guard.
So, little note for our good friend Jake.
though.
You don't have to amplify the voice until the pass happens. It is similar to when I say, if you ever see a UFC fight and someone says it's over and it continues, you get like 2 of them before we go, what the no, it's not over, dude. Chill. So, little broadcast tip. So, I want to say, Tricycle just says, just put geese on both of them. That will solve a lot, honestly. And it
Honestly,
says, yeah, that will solve a lot.
Yep.
I see another note here from Red Quell that says, just force them to wear long sleeve rash guards and spats if you're going to stop it over and over. I'll be honest, I mentioned this. I mean, Nicky Rod wearing a rash guard
Oh, he's close.
is a little bit less.
Rubber
Oh,
guard.
look at this.
High level rubber guard, bro.
Who had this on their bingo card? Uh-oh. That could be, oh, he had an ability to take that moment.
Almost went back in.
An excellent scramble and
He
an
just
opportunity.
countered a body lock with an
After
omoplata.
that, you'll never
That
be
was
able
beautiful.
to body lock past a 10th planet person again.
I will now
Now they're just gonna
omoplata anyone that tries to body lock me.
I try that shit sometimes.
Felipe saying he's greasing. He said, I can't hold him.
Do you think it's all that in and out Nicky Rod eats that maybe might be what causes the grease to be on him?
I mean,
It's all that protein.
I guess if I was rolling against Nicky Rod, I would probably accuse him of greasing too.
That was close.
You know, there's just some sweaty humans out there. There's just sweaty humans out
And
there.
then
to be
if he
honest.
wasn't greasing, I'd be like, well, he's on steroids. And then if he wasn't
And
on
if he's not on steroids,
I'd
you'd
be
also
like,
you know
Let's
what?
point out,
We'll
it
just
looks like
fuck that
both
guy.
of
How's
them
that
shave
sound?
their arms and legs.
They need to wear rash guards made of Velcro. That'll make jiu-jitsu way better.
Oh, nice.
uh-oh. He's on a footlock right now. That could be a heel hook.
That's a heel hook.
Oh.
And look. Jesus Christ, Jake.
Oh, he's getting a good grip. He's getting a good
He does have a
grip.
good grip, but that might be the opportunity. Nope, he's going to take the back.
Oh.
He just,
Keep the hips.
Yep.
Keep the hips.
wow.
Here we go. Where?
Yeah.
Nowhere. Wow. Now, isn't that
advantage
the same back take that Pena got
All
Gordon
right.
with twice?
And
Nicky Rod was able to get out of that.
G Kaboom says, I was the person who made the IG reel for B Cream with Craig. Congratulations.
You're
Good
my
job.
hero, G Boom.
It
G Kaboom.
says, yes, put Nicky in a gi, but only Nicky. And then I don't know who's number one had a greasers bracket match tonight. Yeah, I mean, in pro wrestling, we refer to these as gimmick matches.
So don't worry, the ladder match will be the next who's number one. But I do think it is interesting to see this, which is old Felipe Pena was able to take Gordon's back off of that failed footlock, if you'll remember, in a previous matchup. Thank you. No, I thought it's at the 10 mark still.
Well, I still do that
You
5
still
minute
do
mark.
it at the 5? Okay. Okay.
I'm still
You
going to
do
go
you.
ahead with Nicky Rod just based on top pressure.
Having said that, this time, Felipe Pena is just a half tick slower in both that kind of omoplata setup and in trying to readjust and take the back off of that footlock opportunity from Nicky Rod. I think trying to beat him in those opportune counters, I think he's going to be stilted on his ability to find those openings. And I think that speaks very well for Nicky Rod going into the next 15 minutes of this match. Yep, frame off his face.
All right, are we going to wipe these guys down
Go back
again?
to the middle. I'm
We
gonna
will
get more
definitely
towels.
wipe them down.
Might as well just have them switch fucking rash guards at this point. Just, have a quick
very-
little tent right there for them to switch in. If they want to go ahead and get them that dry.
Uh-oh. What an alpha move. You get water, I get water too. Take that.
He's cheating. He's a cheating.
He's a cheating.
He just rehydrated between minutes.
Could you imagine, though, if you're the ref and they say,
Rehydrating gate.
hey, you're going to need these tonight. What for? We haven't brought this up to you, but we're going to need you to wipe them down.
We just got sponsored by Chamois. We just got a new Chamois sponsor, and we need to incorporate them somehow. So
Yep.
we're going to have you wipe down the co-main and the main event with the new Chamois.
I think Kendall is talking about the idea of the possibility of somebody greasing in the sport, which I can give enough credit to Gordon's claim, which is, yes, you could see that as a possibility. Having said that,
Which one of the Ruotolo brothers went against Felipe in the Absolute at ADCC?
I thought that was Ty, wasn't
Was
it?
it Ty?
Yeah, and Ty was a monster.
I think Ty could beat Nicky Rod.
Oh.
Ty, if you're
Yeah.
out there, fight Nicky Rod.
Jay Pazzo says, who's winning? Right now, I would believe the consensus is Nicky Rod.
Yeah, Nicky
But
Rod.
he is very sweaty at this point. So I don't even know that it's greasing as much as it is just it's hard to sweep or guillotine somebody from that position. And it says, so Nicky Rod is winning.
He said my contact fell out.
his contact.
I do love the amount of stoppages that we're having right now. And it says, so Nicky Rod is winning and Pena is gassing. I wouldn't call it gassing at this point. I think that's a hard moniker to make. I think they're just doing their respective styles, and that's kind of how it looks. But I wouldn't go as far as to call it gassing. I think that's leading. The Shomzi So says, show the TV. You must be late. Nope, you. Where's the stream? Show the fight. You guys are
Flood
like
Grappling.
very angry about being poor, and I can't apologize for that.
I want to apologize to all the
I
poor
like
people
how
out
many
there.
people are invested in the sport,
Oh,
but not
you know what? Though?
invested.
Hold on. They did say please. So,
So
you know
not
what?
only
He's been 50-50
Uh-oh.
heel hook before.
Here we go.
50-50.
Here we go.
He's been heel hook before.
That's a great opportunity for Nicky Rod.
Oh, he's gonna
I think
crank it.
he's trying to just break it through sheer force. But
don't
this
give
is
up
the
the
back
back.
take I was talking about a little bit earlier.
Oh, he's not gonna
Again,
be able to hold it. There's no way he'll hold it. He won't hold it. He won't hold it.
no.
No, he won't hold it.
I
He
want to
won't hold it.
point this.
Stay on him. Don't
It's
let the
hard to
grease
do
him.
it.
I knew it. I knew it. I call it. I call it.
You didn't call anything other than just saying
He won't hold
something
it.
that
He
I
won't
had
hold
already
it.
said. So you're welcome for that, Flong.
So not only do they want you to show the stream, but you have to spend money on all this equipment.
Yes.
To broadcast this.
Yes.
And pay for the stream.
Yes.
And then just show it to them.
Well, because they did so much for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the hard part. So you just asked what just happened. In this area, you had a 50-50, at which point you saw Felipe Pena could be in trouble. Nicky Rod trying to attack the leg. Felipe Pena then looking to take the back, and in a scramble, Nicky Rod, once again, as I noted earlier, was able to beat him in those scrambles. Because I think you are seeing this is a different era Felipe Pena. This is not the 2016 Felipe Pena that was able to take the back. This is a little bit slower, perhaps, but more importantly, you're going up against a athletic specimen in Nicky Rod, where he's gonna have those abilities to beat you in those scrambles. So that is what just happened, and I saw okay respect. Thank you. Now,
Nicky Rod is
you
only
just said Felipe Pena sucks, and I don't think you can say that, sir.
No, I'm just kidding.
There we go.
But Felipe Pena,
Sucks. Just kidding.
he's like jiu-jitsu back take instead of wrestling back take. And Nicky Rod just went up to Turtle, and then he didn't know how to follow and break him down because he's in jiu-jitsu mode. You gotta get out of jiu-jitsu mode, bro.
Okay. I will let both wrestlers and jiu-jitsu people take their accordances on both of those
'Cause
claims.
he had a seatbelt, and he just tried to jump, and he lost it because of that.
Yes. The pay-per-view price is exaggerated. That is not my fault. That is why we're doing this,
So
so
is
you
the
do know what's
UFC.
happening. Absolutely. UFC don't cost that much.
So is bare knuckle fighting.
You know Nicky Rod is from New Jersey?
So is Bellator.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Nicky
So
Rod.
is Fight TV.
I would say this, though. So,
I'm on the shore.
Killa Cali Bud, 1904, says, are steroids really that prevalent in the sport? Depends. If somebody submits me, steroids. So I will say that, just as a reminder to people. Felipe Pena has one now.
wow.
Ooh, now things have gotten interesting.
Things have gotten really juicy now.
I think in ADCC.
Oh,
they
no,
wouldn't
you
have
can't say
given them
juicy.
Oh.
You know you can't say
Oh,
juicy.
I can't
Dude,
say
that's not-
juicy. Sorry. Sweaty? Can I say sweaty?
You can say sweaty,
things have
but
gotten
even
sweaty.
that's kind of like, ooh, it's a little
All
dicey
right.
in this day and age. I see a note here that says, what's the age difference between Pena and Nicky?
5-year difference.
Is it a 5?
Nicky is 26. Pena is 31. So Nicky
Yeah.
technically is in his first year of like his fucking man body, essentially. Barely.
Essentially.
It's his first year of man body. Pena has now reached man body. Now. So
thank
now
you.
he's rolling like an old man. So he's rolling like an old
His
jiu-jitsu
nickname
player.
is Sloth.
And that is
nickname
true.
is
His
Sloth.
nickname
That
is
is
Sloth.
Literally Sloth.
It's a good nickname.
Okay, somebody just asked, did Pena just score? So there is no official what we call a score. They just give kind of like, we think you won these 10 minutes or these 10 minutes.
it's
And
like-
they're scored at 101 on that criteria. I don't know that you would call that a
It's essentially
score.
like the jiu-jitsu Letterman scorecard if you know boxing.
Yeah. It's red corner versus
So, yeah.
blue corner. They'll flash a color and say
All right,
judges
I got it.
favor
One
red
light to
corner.
one. Felipe Pena is playing a very defensive game, but he's able to wrestle up.
Johnny Tsunami says 31 is prime male age for combat.
Especially jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
You would
I don't know about...
When did you come up with that number?
You would
bro?
think that, but then you're looking at somebody in Nicky Rod who is special. No, are you trying to still watching this channel? Pause. Make it happen. Fix it.
Oh no. 20 seconds till this TV turns off right now.
Oh my God, there's an emergency here at New Ground Jiu-Jitsu. The fucking Roku thinks we aren't watching it because we're just
We're in the middle.
in the
Oh,
middle of the stream. No!
This is essentially
7,
Y2K
6,
right now.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, Nicky Rod punches right on the back. Yeah.
That was
Let me give
the
you a
best
play-by-play of what just
Sorry.
happened. The Roku control was found at the last second as Nicky Rod was attempting to take the back. So it played out perfectly.
So
The
hold on.
timing was impeccable.
Round 1 went to Nick Rodriguez. Round 2, Felipe Pena. Round 3 is going to Michael Frosto.
Mike
everybody.
Frosto.
Way to make that
Just
happen.
he just saved jiu-jitsu night here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, he's able to just push down.
Powerful. Too powerful.
Too powerful, too furious.
It's those 3 weeks of strength and conditioning, I'm telling you. Galval knows what he's doing down there.
I'm seeing here. We got the age difference on that one. That was good. Gordon, Nick won. No win yet. We still got 6:30 left to play. But if things go like this for the next 6:30 and they go to a decision, it does look like we will be looking at a Nicky Rod decision. So we'll give you an update on that. And it says, Nicky Rodriguez for the win, baby. And it says, freak athletes get beat up all the time in a real fight. Unfortunately, this is not a real fight. Oh!
Good attempt.
Man, look at that. Felipe Pena was looking for a
He's
guillotine.
got the body lock again.
Oh, another body
Another body lock.
Felipe Pena has been looking for that guillotine multiple times on a wrestler, and Nicky Rod has proven very difficult to guillotine in those situations. So, Eek, take from that whatever you will. And it says hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink. I don't know what that means. Maybe those are just emojis.
Yeah, that didn't come
It says Pena
You
one.
must have a
no.
droid, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Mystery, you have an Android?
And it says black belt level right there. I think that's in reference to you getting it in on time.
Safe.
And it says EBI overtime. There's no EBI overtime here because that would require them to acknowledge something that is not under the Flow Grappling umbrella. But I appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Rafa Esparza. I host a show called Grappling Hour. If you like what you see, we'd love it if you give us a like and a subscribe. It's pretty easy. That's it. Looking again for that guillotine, not finding it. The problem is most people use that. He could go 100% from there. He doesn't have the ability or wherewithal to get it. So instead, Nicky continues to climb, looking for the body lock once again. Felipe trying to push down on the lower body with a little bit of a frame, and Nicky Rod just spits on the mats disrespectfully. Also gross. I'm not going to accuse him of greasing, just gross. But is he bleeding from the mouth now? Or is that just the lighting cue? Yes, that is a reference to your co-host. Yes, I own an Android S21.
Called it.
This defense he's been doing with the arm has been like.
Appreciate the compliment,
sick
though.
thing.
Yes.
We got more body lock defense, bro. Every Nicky Rod match that like he loses is like this. It's like the guy's on bottom for 20, 30 minutes. Nicky Rod's on top trying to pass. And then he just doesn't pass.
The sad part is, in this particular format, it will look like Nicky Rod is actually going to win.
Is Nicky Rod still a purple belt?
I think he's a brown belt now.
Okay. Under Craig, I'm assuming.
Under Craig, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who, as we all know, Craig is just handing out that shit like candy at this point. I do feel this. So earlier we had somebody saying that Felipe Pena is gassing. I just think he has reached the end of where we are going now. So I don't know that I see him surprising us with anything in particular here. But, of course, Nicky Rod is continuing to just put pressure and now looking for a very lazy leg lock, which might be a diversion to just get up and pass. And even there, he's not fully committing. Hitting him with kind of the ambivalence of a gorilla at this point, angry that the audience is taking photos and selfies at the zoo.
Maybe if you throw some peanuts at them, they'll do some.
You know what? That's what we're missing here.
Oh. Or some protein bars.
Let me see here. What do you guys think about Gordon's pullout excuse? With all the evidence, he was going out with friends. So, according to Gordon, a fallback for a leg lock here. There's a lot of strength to it, but it's just a little low. Pena trying to use it as a last thrown effort. He might be in some trouble here. Rodriguez is coming in. He's got a heel hook. And Felipe Pena may still be able to turn this into his favor. There's still 2:20 left to go. He's grimacing just a little bit. That's a very strong paw that is on him. Felipe Pena is thinking about tapping, it looks like, but instead is trying to find his angle right on the inside of it. I think it is close, but Felipe Pena is trying to kick his way out of it. We're going to see if he's able to do it. We do see it that he's able to get out, but Nicky Rod is still right back on top. That was an amazing sequence. He's trying for one last throw, and Nicky Rod's just going to run away like he's evading the cops.
Wow.
That was incredible.
Felipe
should
knows that
win him
just
the
might
match.
have cost him the match there. That last attempt.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be it.
You have a minute and 40 something left. That was pretty
So-
significant. He had a good bite on that.
That was real deep. That won him the match, though, for sure.
Yep.
That's the decision.
And with 138 left to go, I don't know that we're going to see another kind of incredible moment like that left in this match. I think we might have seen the last little pulse of this one.
I think you might get a 20-second Nicky Rod rush all of a sudden.
No, I think Nicky Rod knows he's won this now. If I'm him, I think you don't make any dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
Staying in this position, you literally just keep that body lock for as long as possible and wait it out.
Nice.
And
Good
now,
fight.
he can't even get the
shuts
greatest hits
down.
of Gordon to try and get that sweep from ADCC that gave Gordon the win over one Buchecha. Oof.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Gordon's pullout? So
Yep.
Gordon addressed it, and it makes sense as far as, when you're comparing the two with evidence of him going out with friends, that was for his girlfriend's birthday, something they had planned in advance, and it doesn't take that much to sit there and just be with friends and hang out, as opposed to go out and have a no time limit match against one of the best black belts in the world. So
I think
two different circumstances.
The difficult part of it, though, is that Gordon's own dumb talking invites whatever interpretation you have.
Yeah.
So it is the hard part about the give and take of his nature. What he is doing right now is desperately trying to spin it, even though he knows he's in the wrong for pulling out, given the circumstances of whatever medical conditions that he is going through. It's just based on Gordon criteria, that's usually enough for him to just say some dumb nonsense. Thus, internet can respond accordingly. And that, my friends, will take us to the end of the match, which is almost all but certain a win for Nicky Rod, who now takes off the shirt because, he wore one for way too long. And Kit Dale is the only person clapping.
Nobody's clapping.
Nobody enjoyed that one,
Wow.
apparently. I will say this. What do you guys... do you guys enjoy 5v5 quintet style? I personally think it's more entertaining than any other jiu-jitsu shows.
I'm glad you brought that up. I love 5-on-5, and I'm trying to start my own 5-on-5 promotion that's strictly just team versus team. So stay tuned for that. But I personally agree. I think it's really, really exciting. I actually really enjoyed the 5-on-5 combat jiu-jitsu. That was wild.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would, but I enjoyed it a lot. So I like the 5-on-5. I think Quintet should have kept it going. I don't know what happened with them as an organization, but
Yakuza.
Yeah.
I want to say this. As somebody who's actually commentated 5-on-5 matches multiple times, the narrative that takes place that night is something unique and special, and you really can't compare it to anything else. I love it. It writes itself so many times when you're doing commentary, and that's where my empathy is for Chase and for Jake Watson when they do these matches, and it's a 1 versus 1, and you have to talk for 30 minutes about just the match, though they don't. It is very difficult to do, but when you do it for Quintet, you can build up the drama, the stakes, and you can talk about the individuals in ways that kind of benefit the collective. And ladies and gents, we wait. Oh, no.
wow.
What just happened?
Well, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but you can't have Felipe Pena lose to Nicky Rod and then expect him to go up to Gordon and win.
That's
so
also
you kind of
true.
got to keep the face going. So
But you do what you got. You can't almost get submitted, not even throw up an attempt,
and win.
and then win.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, judges suck.
Not a fan of Nicky Rod's greasing tactics, but I disagree with that decision.
Can I say this? Oh, he's not going to be interviewed. I think that's a scenario where if you're Kendall, you do keep him to make sure you get an interview
How long
from
does
him.
Philippe talk about his greasing?
Everyone's booing.
I mean, okay. Yeah, it's not going to work. So what you have to do at this point is you have to forge ahead. You have to give a space and let them boo and then ask your question.
Amateur hour.
Well, I mean, listen, some of us have done this before. I will tell you this. It is very difficult when people boo you to know what the right thing to do is.
Say something, bro.
So hold on. He's waiting. He's the one waiting for his moment. So give him a second.
This is elementary school.
No. This is the right choice. He's actually giving them a moment to express themselves and do his thing. Plus, different language. Yeah, show a Rotolo. That'll help.
Just would like to thank Nicky Rod to take the match.
Grace Baja.
Okay. I want to thank Nicky Rod for taking that.
You got the audience.
Just did that against Gordon, and Gordon was lost.
So now he's saying Gordon would have lost that, which... ugh. Is that a grease accusation?
100%.
Okay.
I expect, I think the match would go to either one. Sorry, it wasn't from like
So I think he's now alluding to the fact he could have seen that match going either way. Crowd slowly coming back on his side.
we really looking at show for you all, help with this growth, and that's a blessing anyway. Even if I lose, I'm really happy to be here. I had an amazing camp with my draft, from
Now he's giving props to everybody who helped him during his camp.
That's nice. That's wholesome.
Future will be rivals, and we train together. He trained me, and he become like a brother to me. He treats me like a student.
Okay, shout out to somebody who's not my brother, but I'm going to call him a brother.
He's on my fitness career. Was such a really athletic kid, like I said.
So he's saying this whole thing felt like a blessing. I'm believing that's in reference to the training camp. And something about jiu-jitsu growing. Cool.
I would like to say one thing.
And he would like to close by saying one thing.
Gordon had so much problem. Virus, everything like that.
So that Gordon had a virus because he's weak.
To challenge Gordon, I can stay here 1 week more.
Oh, so he'll say he'll do it next week.
We fight next Saturday.
And we'll have a match next Saturday.
Well, unfortunately, John Jones is fighting next Saturday, and we'd rather watch him.
Yeah.
He was already there because he was a referee.
Could you imagine, though, if you're Flow Grappling hearing this, being like, God damn it, no, dude, we want to go home.
Gotta make plans now.
We really have to take this game and fight Gordon because it's quite
So I think he's now alleging, for those of you who are watching at home, the fact that he did put all this time into his camp. Why not just do it the next week? And I think why not stay one more week and fight him, because the logistics of him probably having this virus, he'll probably be okay in a week's time. And I really appreciate all of your support. And thanks, Flow Grappling, for overcharging us for too many dollars. It's too much. And the commercials, am I right? Yeah, that's how he ended. I'm pretty sure. It's hard to translate. So my apologies if I didn't get it perfect. That was weird. I 100% think it was a missed opportunity to not have Nicky. I know he would have wanted to go ahead and move on out, but I think you have to make the effort to try and get him, because here's what's going to happen. Nicky not having a distinct moment to comment on a match that very much looked like his is a big ball drop. That is a big thing to get at least something on record to talk about.
Dumb.
What is that?
Jiu-jitsu's dumb.
Oh, you're saying
Sport
jiu-jitsu's dumb?
dumb.
Sport jiu-jitsu is
The
dumb?
gi is ironically the most fair, like, form of jiu-jitsu, gi
Okay.
competition.
Okay.
And I hate it so much, but I
Great.
respect it so much more. This is stupid.
Okay, well, that was fun. Thank you for the insight. We have a few questions here I'm going to go and siphon through as we're doing this. We did that, great.
They grab my decision, yep.
Says, do you understand he threw up every 30 minutes on the dot for 4 days? He literally couldn't even walk. He literally would fight, but his tummy. You can even ask his mom, be nice. I know his mom. I've met her plenty of times. I can tell you this much. No, whatever you're saying, it's all completely just looking at it from the Gordon side, which if you believe that, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying the justification for talking shit about him is verified through what he says about people. So it's what happens. It's a two-way street. So how about that Jake Paul? Not my line. I'm good. No thanks. That's tomorrow. Nicky all day. Polaris does squad matches.
They do squad matches.
They do. Correct. Pena won?
Yes.
Officially, I'm calling the cops. Nicky Rod got robbed. Yes, what happened? We did just mention that. Who's number one judges? And it says
That's a
Gordon
good
would have murdered him. Well, he did just ask to be murdered next week. And it says, what the fuck is that? How he won? I don't know. You were gay. Oh, and you can't spell. So, does that make you gay? Gay. Anyway, I mean, nothing wrong with that if you are, but I mean, yikes. What do I say about tonight? Let's kind of very quickly go over this.
Oh, I have a little bit.
You have a little bit?
I have
Sweet.
a little bit.
I will say this. What did you learn tonight, sir?
I learned actually that the longer the matches, the harder it becomes to have a successful winner.
Yeah.
Unless you're going into like overtime and stuff like that, judge's decision, it's tough. But the longer the matches go, it's hard to do anything. Not just saying, because of the grease, but the 10 to 15 minutes, perfect time length.
Yeah.
30 is rough.
But you know what, though? That 30 was way more merciful than whatever we were doing with Gordon and
for sure.
Philippe that last
For sure,
time.
for sure, for sure.
And the uncertainty that this could go on for even longer.
I don't think I would enjoy a no time limit match. I don't think I would enjoy a 30-minute time match. I think 10 and 15 is the sweet spot.
Okay.
I liked 15 tonight. I thought that was perfect. It
Yeah.
felt like there was enough time to work. It felt like it was enough time for any competitor to stay in shape and not get tired, so to keep a high pace
Yeah.
and a good output for the entire match.
Counterpoint, though.
Mm-hmm.
When did the best moments of that match happen?
With
Pena and Nicky.
towards the end, the last 15.
But not even the last 15. It was like the last 5, if we're being honest.
I wanted to take a sip. I gotta wait for the
We gotta
thing.
wait for the final
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
Yeah. I would tell you this. It's so weird to me because I don't know if it's just because it's that last few minutes magic that encourages them to maybe go for things that they didn't want to go for when they're kind of in a stilted place, or if it is just that, like, I mean, that's what they're going to do.
I think it's the combination of pacing themselves for so long in the first 10 to 15 to see what the rest of the match is going to look like,
Yeah.
and then also the kind of opening scoring that they did with the favoritism in blue and red corner.
Yeah.
I think that now once you know it's tied up, it's like, okay, well, now we got to go.
Yeah.
I paced myself. I either won or lost the majority, and now we gotta put it on. So
I would say this, though. If you were in any way, shape, or form, like getting people ready for competition, that's not a terrible thing to kind of make people do when you have like a blue light come on and being like, hey, fuck you,
Right.
dude, you didn't win that.
blind them. Thinking of just getting an entire light set up here so they can deal with the heat and with the lights. I've recorded tracks
Yeah.
of just crowds booing, throwing slurs around to get them
Absolutely.
comfortable with
Oh,
it.
yeah. Don't worry. We'll be way more racist than
You
this
gotta be
OC
comfortable
crowd.
in the chaos.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely. I want to say this, which is, I think this thing, meaning Flow Grappling's Who's Number One, I think it's still in its infancy because every time I look at it, I have very high hopes for it, and I think sometimes they put together some good matches. And that I go, oh, you know what? That's the big calling card of this. They put together some interesting matches, but for whatever reason, whenever they match people up, it's still like, what's missing here?
Yeah.
Something's missing, and I haven't put my finger on it just yet. And I feel like the more and more that I get to see it go, you'll get moments where you go, oh man, Renee actually did something super dope. That's really good business for him. And yet, it felt like it took those 15 minutes of him not winning for things to kind of happen. So let's do this. Oh, God, they already faded to black, even though they're still in the middle of recapping themselves.
Yep.
Well, we didn't fade to black. Accidentally beat the... Well, we will, but, like, not accidentally. I want to do this, which is let's tell the people about your gym. Let's remind them where they can come. Camera right over here.
Yep.
Tell them where they can find you, etc., sir.
Boom. So New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, if you guys live in California, particularly Southern California, we're in Sherman Oaks, California, so right off the 101 freeway on Van Nuys. If you guys are near Hollywood, Studio City, Universal, Woodland Hills, any of those areas, we cater to everyone in the Central Valley area. Everyone is welcome. You guys can come train. Raph already talked about our Sunday open mat. If you guys can give us a follow on Instagram, newground_jiu-jitsu. Visit our website if you guys are interested in any more information, and give us a call.
So I just want to say this because I'll answer a few of your questions while I'm going to break down stuff here in a minute. But I just want to tell you guys we've gotten a lot of outpouring of people saying very nice things. Many of you may know, unfortunately, my father did pass. So I did resolve one thing as a result of that. And that is that at the end of shows, we will always take a moment to appreciate somebody, something, and we will carry that on, and we'll always do a toast. Now, we've done toasts in the past, but it's usually the event-based sort of a thing. But from here on out, now whenever we close out a show, we're going to do a toast, and I want to do a toast over to my good friend Michael Frosto, who was there and very kindly came to the service, was a great, great friend, offered all of his help, all of his love, and I just want to say how much I love and appreciate you, your gym, everything you have cultivated here, and on my man's recent black belt, which we got to celebrate last month for an amazing time. So my man has done an excellent job here, and I'm glad to just be a part of it and be a student here. So much love and appreciation to you. Cheers, brother. I will let you head on back. I'm going to answer these last questions, and I'm going to close this bitch up, but appreciate you, man.
Gotcha, brother. Always. Peace out, guys. New Ground Jiu-Jitsu, follow us.
All right, you guys, I'm here for just a couple more minutes, so I'm going to go through your questions, and then we will go ahead and close this bitch out. But let me see here. As it says, is it time to find an alternative to Flow Grappling, or should we stay loyal to them because they were the only ones who streamed BJJ when it was too small? I think competition is good, and I think it's important to give them more and more reasons to justify the bang for their buck. Unfortunately, I think that will end up meaning they'll raise rates at a certain point, and maybe that's because they need a staff to support, and I could understand that, but I really do think they need to justify their price point, because without ADCC and even to a lesser degree Fight to Win, I think you have to ask yourself, what are you paying for? So I don't think that's a bad criticism. I just think it's all right, you should be able as a consumer to say what it is that you're getting for that bang for the buck, and if you don't want to do it, you shouldn't have to just pay for things that you don't necessarily need. But thank you, Johan Carlson. I appreciate that question. It says, to get any notice from any other channels. Yes, absolutely. We should definitely be supporting other channels. If you guys support me, if you enjoyed this broadcast here tonight, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, comment. It really does mean a lot to us. I do a pretty good job here, and if you really enjoy this and you want to see our monthly content wheelhouse, which is usually 4 interviews, and you'll probably see some of these folks again. We've interviewed a lot of the guys who were on tonight's show. But if you ever want to check out our premium or our early subscriber sort of bonuses, we do that at hi.page/grappling hour. We love it. If you guys would appreciate and support us, it does mean the world to us. So it says, way to rep B team, Nicky, home of second place. Yeah, that's eek. And it says 30-minute match, 3 to 10-minute rounds with breaks in between. I mean, I'm intrigued by that. I don't know. I've seen some people kind of discuss it, so there is that. But I think in the future you may see some stuff pop up with more and more of that. I think Gordon even participated in some like round kind of jiu-jitsu. And it says, late to the party, who won? Oddly, Nicky Rod should have won, but he didn't. So that was kind of a weird thing. FELIPE Pena was your winner by decision. It will be very controversial, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chubby Baby has some responses to that later this evening. And it says, Pena was given a win, but Nicky won. So that should answer most of your questions. But again, if you guys want to support us, you can go to hi.page/grappling hour. You can also go find us at Grappling Hour on all major platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all of them. We have a little bit of a presence on all of that. And then just as a nice little reminder, we will be doing new interviews coming up very, very soon, and we'll be releasing some with like Mike John and some other folks. I'm forgetting them. Maybe it's the alcohol. And did Giancarlo win? No, he did not. Not tonight, unfortunately. So there is that. And it says, Talking Jits, this was awesome. Thanks, man. Good stuff. I really do appreciate that. That does mean a lot to me as a person who really does try to do this. We got asked a little bit earlier, and I want to address this because it was really important. But it said here, you guys do UFC fights. We actually do. We normally do all of the major UFC pay-per-views. So in the future, if you want to come back and see them with us, we do them at different gyms. And if you have a gym that you'd like us to go ahead and do one of these fight companions at, we'll be more than happy to do that in the near future. But last couple reminders, we also have a Discord. You can find us at Grappling Hour on Discord. We usually have a lot of friends joining us on there. And again, we have lots of great conversations. And I think we try to make it very fun on that. So check that on out. And it says we should collaborate in the future after I grow this channel. Hey, anytime you want to collaborate, reach out to me. I am known as usually being most people's first interview, and I'm always happy to be a friendly face to those who are just starting in our community because, let's face it, not many people know how to do this well. And we want to grow more and more people to do it well so that the sport can grow on our side while the athletes do what they do. So anyway, I think that's going to do it for us here at the Grappling Hour here today. I appreciate all of you guys. It really does mean the world to us when you join in and watch some of these very, very fun events with us. We'll be back very soon. I don't think we'll be here next Saturday if they do end up doing a Flow Grappling event. I'm not even sure they'll be back next Saturday, but how do I reach you? All you have to do, hit me up on Instagram at Grappling Hour. I usually get all those messages, so it's pretty easy. At Grappling Hour on Instagram. It's pretty simple. But that's going to do it for us here at Grappling Hour. My name is Rafa Esparza. It has been such a pleasure to go ahead and chat with you guys here tonight. I hope that you guys had a great time, and I'll just say this. If you guys ever enjoy our content, like, subscribe, all of that good jazz, because it really does mean the world to us. So it's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.